Fant, and Fant 2 hands around the ball, but still lost it. It's picked up by Pierre. Pierre racing down the left sideline, somersaults into the end zone, and a second defensive touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh my goodness. 2 takeaways, 2 touchdowns. Steelers defense is doing a great job. Right now, it's looking good. We haven't seen any flags. Of course, that's always the other worry. But right now, this Steelers defense has been playing lights out, and that is great.
So great job defensively right after Renegade.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen. The mogination that is created by Renegade lives on here in Acrisure Stadium.
And the return by Pierre after Eccles and Clark were over there. Fant had 2 hands around the ball, too. He was trying not to fumble. The Steelers still punched it loose. The extra point by Boswell right down the middle, and suddenly, very suddenly, it is 34-12 Steelers after the 33-yard return by Pierre. And for more, we're joined by Missy Matthews. Missy?
Well, guys, I remember another AFC North game right here at Acrisure Stadium where 2 defensive touchdowns were scored. It was in the other end zone, but that was with TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith against the Cleveland Browns just a few years ago. So the Steelers defense really wanted to get the offense back on the field. They did it very quickly and in a way that really put this game away.
Yeah, and a great job. Fant had both arms tucked around the ball, and Clark and Eccles on the combination. I guess they're officially calling this a 32-yard return by Pierre for the touchdown. 2 defensive touchdowns by the Steelers. And think about this. You talk about what you need to do personnel-wise over the course of the season. Neither of these guys were on the active roster at the beginning of the season, Duggar or Pierre.
No, they weren't, but what a tremendous job by this defense. I mean, they don't have the sack numbers that we're used to seeing, but the takeaways have been not only effective and timely, but they have been backbreaking to the Bengals, which is all that you can ask for in these moments. 2 return touchdowns.
Here's a kickoff by Boswell, a yard deep. Jones will take a knee, and so they'll have the ball max at the 35-yard line. When you kick it into the end zone, the ball is spotted at the 35.
Is that what it is?
If you kick it out of bounds, then it goes to the 40.
I was worried it was going to be the 40 or the 20, so we did get that clarified.
That's if it lands in the field of play and skips through the end zone.
Okay, there we go. See, look,
that's at the 20.
I mean, boy, pressure test on the pop quiz right here. Rob King's getting
the 100%. Landing zone, actually, technically, if it lands in the field of play short, then it's at the 40.
Yes, correct.
Right.
Out of bounds. Out of bounds. Well, does it land short or out of bounds? Because you can land outside. Anyways, next
ball
play.
At the 35-yard line, 3:22 remains. Flacco in the shotgun, gets a snap, throws over the middle of the field, and this is complete to Tanner Hudson, a short pickup. And a pickup of about 6 or so out to the 41. I'm going to mark it at the 42, so call it 2nd and 3. Bengals out of timeouts, 34-12, the Steelers lead. The last touchdown had given the Bengals. You were thinking about the Bengals against the Bears. They scored a late touchdown, then got an onside kick and scored another touchdown. Still wound up losing the game as the Bears rallied with a late touchdown of their own. Here's the give to Chase Brown up the middle of the field. Brown will pick up a first down across the 35. Bengals not going to stop the clock. 2:40 and counting remaining here in this fourth quarter. Chains move out to the 45-yard line, which is just across the 45 where the Bengals will have their first down.
Still not going deep on any passes. Still content to throw short and hand off the ball at this point. I think they kind of know this game is out of reach for them. So just trying to maintain possession.
2:17, 2:16, 2:15 as Flacco extends the hands, gets the snap, back to pass, throwing left. It is complete to Chase. Chase down the sideline, and Chase is wrestled, and Chase is kept in bounds. Joey Porter Jr. finishing him off on that tackle.
And not going to say that wasn't a little personal there, but Joey Porter wanted to make sure he went to the ground even though the whistle was blown dead.
Yeah, Steelers not happy that Ramsey was ejected and not Jamar Chase after back-to-back personal fouls against Ramsey. One on Chase, and only on Chase. Well, it's now time for the 2-minute warning, brought to you by Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle is proud to bring freshness, quality, and value to Steelers Nation. Visit your neighborhood store or order online with curbside pickup and delivery. With a score, the Steelers 34, the Bengals 12. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Starting a home improvement project? Essential Utilities reminds you, before you build a deck, plant a tree, or put up a fence, call 811. Professionals from Underground Utilities like Peoples will mark your lines so you can dig safely. Whether you're doing the work yourself or hiring a professional, calling 811 is free for homeowners. And it's the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig to keep you and your family safe. Peoples, an Essential Utilities company.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town, been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Fresh out of the 2-minute warning, the Bengals had the ball at the 38-yard line of the Steelers. Steelers enjoying a 34-12 lead. Joe Flacco in the shotgun, back to pass, looking, throws over the middle of the field. It's complete to Tanner Hudson, and Hudson gets inside the 30 and down to about the 29-yard line. Bengals only have one timeout left. They're moving to the line of scrimmage, but in no great hurry. Now they're actually going to huddle up with a minute 40 seconds and counting remaining here at Acrisure Stadium.
I like what you were about to say 100 seconds left. That would have been good.
102 seconds, but I leave that to Doc Emmerich.
Okay.
Great hockey announcer. Here's Flacco with the snap, back to pass, throws underneath. It's deflected, knocked away from Chase Brown, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 1 at the 29-yard line. T.J. Watt got a hand on that one.
Yeah, T.J. Watt right on the line of scrimmage just reaches out the right paw and deflects the ball from going to Chase Brown, so nice job there by the Steelers defense.
So 3rd and 1 with a minute 23 left. And the Bengals, again, just the one timeout remaining, huddled up here. The crowd saw a good one. Boy, this is a big, big game for the Steelers. Lost 3 of 4, still enjoying a 1-game lead in the AFC North. The Bengals could have cut that lead to 1 for themselves and been 2-0 against the Steelers and 3-0 in the division. But instead here, Chase Brown, a run off the right side. That's going to get him close to 100 yards rushing
exactly
for the game. They're calling it 99.
5-yard game.
5-yard pickup as they march quickly to the line of scrimmage at the 24. Flacco gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Throws underneath to Brown. Brown is tackled immediately in the center of the field by Patrick Queen down at the 21-yard line. 50 seconds and counting.
And not a great amount of hurry here for the Bengals.
Right, they're moving
gingerly
without a huddle, but to the line of scrimmage. And now Flacco in the shotgun gets a snap. Back to pass. Looking right. Throws. It's complete. And it's complete to Tanner Hudson, who is hit by Peyton Wilson and then pounded by Otome. Whoa. I mean, Hudson, hey, good thing you're out of the tackle. Bad news, you're out of the tackle because Otome drilled him down at the 15-yard line.
Should have just stayed up on that one, or should have went down on the first initial hit.
15 seconds left as Flacco gets the snap, throws towards the back of the end zone intended for Chase, incomplete. So 10 ticks left on the clock, and this is a good a time as any to remind fans of a very good record the Steelers have coming out of when a team comes in out of a bye and the Steelers are at home. Missy, advantage Steelers.
Absolutely. Under Coach Tomlin, they're 10-7-1 against teams coming off their bye week. 6-2-1 here at home in Pittsburgh. 4-5 on the road. The Steelers are good coming off of their own bye week and when the opponent's coming off theirs as well. Rob.
Yeah, sign of excellent coaching and preparation for sure. Missy, thank you very much. What's left of this crowd, here's some people have filed out, standing up, waving the towels. Flacco back to pass, under some duress, throws, and it is picked off by James Pierre. Oh, they're going to say he was bobbling it and out of bounds. Well, that would have been a nice way to finish off a phenomenal game by James Pierre. He has been terrific for the Steelers.
He has had a fine game indeed, and we look at this with the time left, change of downs. We will win the time of possession battle. That's the most important thing, because we were exactly at 30 minutes, and these last 5 seconds on the kneel down puts us over the top.
Like it. That was one of your keys coming into the game, and man, what a job this defense did against Higgins and Chase. Higgins did have a touchdown, I understand.
He did, and he had 3 catches for 63 yards, but Jamar Chase 3 catches as well, off of 10 targets and only 30 yards of production. So tremendous game by them.
Defense rises up. How about Mason Rudolph? Phenomenal job in relief of Aaron Rodgers here in the second half, helping guide the Steelers to a 34-12 victory. The end of the game is brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stay tuned for Steelers' first reaction and the Mike Tomlin postgame press conference. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Calusi Chevrolet, serving the Pittsburgh area for over 106 years. By Always Safe Flagging and Traffic Control, making traffic safe again. Call 412-301-2300 or visit us online at awsafe.net for a quote today. By Bordis & Bordis, fighting for justice. By Caliente Pizza and Draft House, 7-time World Pizza Champions. Order today at worldsbestpizza.com. By Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Gateway Clippers Shuttle Service, the best way to a Steelers game. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride and a price you love. By Confluence Financial, your team for wealth management and proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, ConfluenceFP.com. By Pennsylvania One Call System, call 811 before you dig. And by Columbia Gas, programs available to help eligible customers with energy bills. We are here to help.
Steelers win by the final score of 34-12 over the Bengals. Man, such an important game. The Bengals, with all these points they'd scored, they'd only won one of their last 3 games. Of course, that win came over the Steelers, and with a win today, they would have been 1 game behind the Steelers, 2 victories over the Steelers.
.com/empower. Fulton Bank, member FDIC.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, or the smart and efficient Corolla, built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end December 1st. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Baltimore, get ready for the Ravens season with Lido Pizza's football deal. Get a famously fresh, square 18-inch Lido pizza with 1 topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at lidopizza.com. That's LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at WawaCatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
Maryland Collision Center, family owned and coming to Owings Mills, our 9th location. We work with all insurance companies and every vehicle is repaired with love. Schedule your repair at MarylandCollisionCenter.com.
It's time to get ready for kickoff on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Huntington Bank Stadium along the shores of Lake Erie in Cleveland, Ohio. It's week 11 of the NFL season. The Ravens arrive at 4-5. The Browns at 2-7. Beneath an overcast gray sky, temperatures in the low 40s. As this game progresses, wind chill will dip into the upper 20s. It has been a windy afternoon, and the peak gusts are expected later tonight, up around 40 miles an hour. So weather will be somewhat of a factor today. A win would put the Ravens back at 500 for the first time this season and in the thick of the battle for the top spot in the AFC North. With the Steelers beating the Bengals this afternoon, it's still Pittsburgh's division atop of the AFC North. But to understand what the Ravens need to do to keep pace with the Steelers, here's Rod Woodson's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Coppin State University.
The first one, stop the run. Put the ball in Gabriel's hand, the young quarterback. Secondly, protect Lamar Jackson, especially from Myles Garrett. And thirdly, win the turnover battles. If you do that, they win the game.
And that, Rod, is something the Ravens have done consistently during this 3-game win streak. When they were 1-5, their turnover differential was -7. They come in today, it's even.
Yes.
What has changed? Is it a mindset? Is it just players getting more comfortable? Because it's a completely different feel around here this last month.
Yeah, the last 3 weeks, they're +7 in turnover margin. And for them, it's just getting their hands on the ball. You think about the young players that are playing, especially on the defensive side of it. Obviously, they're not turning the ball over on offense, but defensively, they're getting batted balls. You're getting Malachi Starks getting interceptions. You're getting forced fumbles from Teddy Buchanan. So the young players are starting to make plays for this Ravens defense and the team itself. And if they can continue to do that for the rest of the year, you put yourself in a great situation.
And as the Baltimore Ravens official clean energy partner, Constellation is proud to support another year of Sacks for Science. For each sack made by the Ravens this year, Constellation sends a school group to visit the Maryland Science Center. One lucky group wins a behind-the-scenes grand prize, behind-the-scenes tour of M&T Bank Stadium with a special guest. To learn how your school can be part of Sacks for Science, visit BaltimoreRavens.com/Sacks for Science. Lamar Jackson has limited his rushing attempts since coming back from a hamstring injury. Third game back, we watched him in pregame. He looked like he had a lot of bounce in his step. Will he be more aggressive with the read option and running the ball today?
Yeah, I hope they have the opportunity to run some read options, some triple options, which we haven't seen throughout this year yet.
Countdown to Kickoff is presented by Toyota. RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff is next on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NATCA, we guide you home.
November is heating up for U.S. soccer.
The United States need to be a little more nasty.
Big international friendlies for the men.
Oh, Callum, that was nasty.
And a Black Friday friendly for the women.
The expectations have always been here for this team. We understand that.
Listen anywhere on the go with the Westwood One Sports app. And for behind-the-scenes stories, catch the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
Boy, do we have an episode for you.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
When kids need medical care, they will often face stressful and life-changing experiences. From complex treatments to long hospital stays, these special patients miss out on the things that most kids take for granted and let kids be kids. That's where Starlight Children's Foundation comes in. Since 1982, Starlight Children's Foundation has transformed the in-hospital experience for more than 17 million seriously ill kids in 800 children's hospitals and facilities across the United States. Our state-of-the-art programs like Starlight Virtual Reality, Starlight Hospital Wear, and Starlight Gaming let kids just be kids, if even for a few moments. Whether donning an action figure gown instead of standard hospital issue, or settling into gamer mode, if it brings a smile, a laugh, or just a break from their reality, it's happiness delivered. Learn more at starlight.org. That's starlight.org.
When the whole world changed, Children International developed new ways to reach children and families in poverty during these vulnerable times.
I'm learning every day.
I'm healthy and strong.
To learn more, go to children.org/help today.
Players are on the field and captains begin their walk out to the midfield logo. Nick Moore, Alohi Gilman, and Pat Ricard are the Ravens' 3 captains this afternoon. They'll greet 5 Browns captains, and then we will have our coin toss to get us started here in Week 11. It's a civil meeting between Pat Ricard and Myles Garrett, and that's the last bit of civility that those two will exchange. It'll be full contact from here on out. Lamb Clark is our referee, wearing the white cap and working the microphone. Let's head down to the field for the coin toss.
Captain, what is your call?
Tails.
The call is tails. And it is tails. Baltimore has won the toss.
Defer.
And they have elected to defer. Cleveland will receive. Which way would you like to kick? Which side, gentlemen? Cleveland's choice this half, they will receive. Good luck.
So the Ravens win the opening coin toss. They'll put their defense on the field first, and we'll get a quick look at the rookie quarterback for the Browns, Dylan Gabriel. Rookie quarterbacks do not fare well against the Ravens in the John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson eras. Quarterbacks who have 10 or fewer starts in the NFL against Lamar Jackson, 0-13. This is start number 6 for Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, and listen, you got to outscore the Baltimore Ravens offense when Lamar Jackson's playing. When he's playing, he puts points up against any defense in the National Football League. And that's the hard part about young quarterbacks going up against him, because he scores, then you feel that you have to do something out of the norm to go out and score, and that's normally when bad things happen for young quarterbacks.
Now, Ravens put up 41 points on the Browns in Week 2, but it wasn't easy. They were number 2 ranked defense in the NFL. Cleveland legit on the defensive side of the ball under coordinator Jim Schwartz, a Baltimore native. Ravens are wearing their black helmets, white jerseys, purple numbers, and black pants. Cleveland Browns in their orange helmets, brown jerseys with white numbers, orange pants with white and brown striping. And as the Ravens kickoff team runs out on the field, Chandler Martin, the Ravens rookie, elevated from the practice squad today, getting his very first NFL regular season game experience. He will run down under this kick. Rod, you and I had a chance to visit with Chandler on the bus going to the game last week. This is a young man who is so excited for his opportunity today.
Yeah, he was excited last week, but he has to be overly thrilled right now to be on the field.
Tyler Loop will kick off. Malachi Corley and Dylan Sampson, a deep tandem for the Cleveland Browns. As the wind swirls around this stadium, coming off of Lake Erie. And with the Steelers winning, beating the Bengals earlier today, a must-win game now for the Ravens. And Tyler Luke put into the ball, and we're underway. High end over end kick. It'll be taken by Sampson at the 10. Brings it across the near side 20. crosses the 30 and is hit by a wall of Ravens tacklers. And that brings the Ravens defense on the field for the very first time this afternoon. Let's set that starting unit for you up front. For the Ravens defensively, John Jenkins, Travis Jones, and Brent Urban. On the edge, Mike Green and Kyle Van Noy. Inside linebackers, Roquan Smith and Teddy Buchanan. The safeties, Malachi Starks and Kyle Hamilton. And the corners, Nate Wiggins and Cheeto Awuzie. Dylan Gabriel will start in the shotgun. Quick toss outside the numbers, complete to Malachi Corley, wrestled down immediately by Alohi Gilman after a gain of only 2 to the 32-yard line of the Browns.
And anytime you see those short, quick passes, it's an extension of the run game, getting the ball out of his hands, trying to make his playmakers to make plays for him.
Dylan Gabriel, 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in his 5 previous starts. Has not thrown but 1 time for more than 200 yards in his first 5 NFL starts. He has Quinshon Judkins with him in the backfield. Gabriel wants to throw, looking to the right, slings it, and it is caught just shy of a first down at the 39-yard line. And that is Jerry Jeudy coming up with his first catch of the day, the Browns' leading wide receiver, setting up a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and I know Nate Wiggins was running with him to his back. If he turns and looks just a little bit, he has an opportunity to get that ball knocked down.
Cleveland looking at a 3rd down and 1. The Browns near the bottom of the NFL in 3rd down conversion this season, converting only 34% of the time. Gabriel from under center. Hands it off to Judkins. He stopped shy of the first down. He misses it by half a yard. And Kevin Stefanski is going to face a decision right out of the gate. And it looks like he's going to go for it on 4th and 1 on the opening drive, just shy of the Browns' 40-yard line.
Yeah, this is... Are we doing the tush push here?
A great opportunity for the Ravens to take full advantage. Aiden Huntington, a defensive end, checks in on the offensive side. Dylan Gabriel will be under center on 4th and 1 for the Browns. Give us to Judkins, and he pushes the pile forward and picks up the first down, but a penalty flag is down. It was thrown just prior to the snap.
I think illegal formation.
Preliminary signal was false start or illegal procedure.
Illegal formation. Offense number 68 is uncovered at the end of the line. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And you hear a cascade of boos here in Cleveland, as you would expect from fans of a 2-7 team. Not sure if they're angry at the officials or just at the Browns in general, but now the punt team will come on 4th down and 5 as the Ravens get a 3-and-out stop on the opening drive of the game. Corey Bojorquez will punt to LeJonte Wester, who stands back at the Ravens' 15. Bojorquez is a lefty, and he'll be kicking into a swirling wind. Gets it off cleanly, hits a monster punt. Wow. Wester backed up to the 2-yard line, fields it cleanly, brings it across the 10, 15, 20, out to the 22-yard line. Big gamble for the rookie, and he takes it for a 20-yard punt return, and the offense will have the ball for the Ravens when we get back. Opening quarter in Cleveland. It's scoreless on the Ravens Game Day Network.
We hope you never need us, but if you're ever injured in an accident, we'll handle everything with trusted guidance and personal attention so you can focus on what matters most, your recovery. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
When someone treats you like family, you remember it. That's why so many clients send their loved ones to Rice Law, because we don't just handle cases, we take them personally. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at wawacatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
First quarter, brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ravens will start the drive at their 21-yard line, moving from our left to right. We'll set the starting lineup for you. Up front, left tackle Ronnie Stanley, left guard Andrew Voorhees. Tyler Linderbaum is the center. Daniel Fa'alele at right guard. Roger Rosengarten at right tackle. Mark Andrews is at tight end. Zay Flowers and DeAndre Hopkins at wide receiver. And with Lamar Jackson in the backfield, it's fullback Pat Ricard and running back Derrick Henry. One quick adjustment, the Ravens will go double tight end. Instead of Ricard, it's Isaiah Likely as the second tight end. Lamar starts the drive in the shotgun. Sends Zay Flowers in motion. Lamar keeps it on the read option. Gets around an edge with a stiff arm, but won't get far as he is wrestled down by Carson Schlesinger for a loss of a 1-yard loss. And the Ravens, it looked like Rod Lamar had something there, but didn't quite hit the accelerator.
Yeah, normally you would see him get around the corner of most defensive ends and outside linebackers in the National Football League, but that time he didn't seem like he wanted to, go all the way out to the outside. I think he saw the corner coming in and kind of put his foot in the ground and try to get vertical.
Third week back from a hamstring injury, but these are cold conditions, not ideal for a hamstring or any other muscle. Lamar to throw on second down, has time, slings it near side, but that one sails high over the head of DeAndre Hopkins. And the Ravens facing a third down and 11 right out of the gate. The Ravens have not scored a touchdown on an opening drive since way back in September when they were at Kansas City.
Yeah, they normally this year have been starting slow, working their way up through the games, and recently in the second half, they have been playing better football.
Rasheen Ali checks into the backfield. Lamar sends 3 receivers to the left inside the numbers. Browns with a 4-man defensive front, 2 deep safeties. On third down and 11, Lamar drops to throw, steps up in the pocket, a little shovel pass ahead. And that's Ali, breaks a tackle, crosses the 30, 35, and the running back for the Ravens picks up the first down and keeps the offense on the field.
Ali did a great job, kind of check release to see if any blitz was coming. Lamar did a wonderful job of stepping back up into the pocket and seeing him up at the last second and just shuffled the ball forward. And Ali made the first guy miss and got the first down.
Gain of 14, and the Ravens keep the drive going as they pick up their first down here in week 11. 11:18 to play in the opening quarter. Scoreless in Cleveland, power I formation. Keaton Mitchell, the deep back. He'll get the pitch coming to the right side. He's got some room. He crossed the 40-yard line, and he pounds his way forward to the 45. And we'll see where they spot him. Just shy of the first down. It'll be a 9-yard gain, and it puts the ball at the Ravens' 44.
Yeah, that was a really good play design, even though seemed like he got the first down.
I thought he did too.
I mean, he was a yard short of what they're saying. He crossed the 45.
John Harbaugh may challenge this.
He crossed the 45. This shouldn't even be a challenge.
Assistance to ruling his first down.
Yeah, they heard you in the booth, Rod. Video assistance. John did not even have to throw his red challenge flag. That was so obvious.
I was going to have the ref use my glasses if he needed to up here because I don't think he saw the line.
You know, officials always take kindly to glasses comments. And we can make them because we both wear glasses. Join the club, guys. 1st and 10 Ravens. Ball is at their 45, working from our left to right on their opening possession. As dark clouds blow in above from Lake Erie. Lamar in the shotgun. Brings Wester in motion. Lamar drops to throw, has good protection, slings it complete to Mark Andrews at the 45-yard line of the Cleveland Browns for a record-setting reception for the Ravens tight end. That puts Mark Andrews past Derek Mason, as the Ravens' all-time leader in receiving yards.
And they kept the ball. That's a good thing. So they threw that ball to the sideline right away. Mark Andrews should get that ball and give it to the manager, making sure he put that ball away.
They'll paint that one for the mantle, and now he needs only 6 more catches to pass Derek Mason for the most receptions in team history. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Browns 45. Derrick Henry alone in the backfield. Zay Flowers goes in motion. Give us to Henry, right side. He's got a hole. He's in the 40, and the King works his way down to the Cleveland 38-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
I like the game plan so far. A lot of pre-snap movement, using their aggressiveness, which is the Cleveland Browns' MO. They like to be aggressive on defense. Use that aggressiveness against them.
First quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gaming Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. 2nd down and 3 for the Ravens. Ball is at the Cleveland 38. Lamar in the shotgun, Henry to his left. Zay Flowers goes in motion, right to left. Lamar takes the snap, inside handoff. Henry's got a big hole, 35, and he spins his way down to the Cleveland 31. 1st down, Ravens. All right, let's go back to week 2 when the Ravens faced the Browns in Cleveland. Cleveland's defense was more than just a little aggressive. They stymied the Ravens' running game, limiting the Ravens to only 45 yards. Derrick Henry had his smallest production of the day as a Raven. Very different look so far in the opening drive, Rod.
Yeah, and the Cleveland Browns defense is not stacking the box like they did in week 2, excuse me.
Lamar sets in the shotgun. Henry to his right, takes the snap. Browns rush 4. Lamar rolling to the right, gets outside the pocket. He's outside the number. He's under pressure. Check down pass to Henry. He's to the 25. Stiff arms the man. Henry to the 20 and all the way down to the 18-yard line. A gain of 12. And once again, Lamar Jackson's ability to extend the play and open up something that was never drawn up at the beginning of the play.
Yeah, this Lamar Jackson, when he gets out of the pocket, the defense did everything right. You're just playing against Lamar Jackson, the best quarterback outside the pocket. He can still see down the field. He can make plays with his feet, and he just finds his open receivers.
And for the first time today, the Ravens in the Old Bay red zone. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 18. Jackson walks up to the line, stepped under center. Power I formation. Keep Mitchell the deep back. Toss to Mitchell. Running left behind Pat Ricard. Gets a block by Ricard. Squeezes through a couple of blockers, but runs out of room.
How do you get through there?
Spins out of bounds after a gain to the 17-yard line.
There was 2 defenders, and somehow he split and was doing a pirouette at the same time and got through there somehow.
So he gets positive yardage on a play most backs would have lost yardage on. It's gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Lamar the shotgun. Keaton Mitchell to his left. Mitchell comes in motion as Lamar empties the backfield. Lamar drops to throw. Has good protection. Slings it off the hands of a diving Isaiah Likely at the 5-yard line. Likely laid out, had his right hand on the ball, but could not pull it into his body as he hit the turf.
Yeah, a good look. Isaiah Likely had his guy beat. He just stood a little bit too far out there, and Isaiah Likely couldn't take that right hand and pull it back into his body.
That was so close, not quite. 3rd down and 10 for the Ravens. From the Browns 17 and a swirling wind. You do not want to have to kick field goals today. Lamar drops the throw. Blitz pressure coming. He escapes the pocket. Gets to the 15, 10, 5, and he's down to the 4-yard line. It's 1st and goal, Ravens.
And that's what we haven't seen from Lamar the last several weeks, where he just explodes through the middle of the field and saying, you better make this tackle or it's going to be a touchdown.
And now the Ravens are looking to cap an opening drive with a touchdown for the first time since week 4. 6:33 left to play in the first quarter. Browns went 3 and out. Ravens coming up on the 12th play of this drive. Derrick Henry alone in the backfield. Lamar from under center. On 1st and goal, they give it to Henry. Slams into the line. Church forward. Gets a tough yard down to the 3.
Yeah, here they're definitely going to stack the box. They know they want to get that ball to Derrick Henry. Maybe hitting something on the edge of the defense will be better suited for what this offense needs.
Pat Ricard and Keaton Mitchell will check in. Derrick Henry will check out. Lamar throw out of the shotgun, lob for the end zone. It's deflected and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Andrews. Andrews wanted a face mask penalty. No flag thrown. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3. I thought it was tipped at the line. It might have just been the wind, but that ball definitely saw the trajectory from the throw to the catch go offline. We told you it is cold and windy today, and the wind had an effect there. 3rd down and 3. DeAndre Hopkins splits to the left. Zay Flowers, Kylan Wallace to the right. Lamar in the shotgun with Henry to his left. Lamar rolls to the right, sets his feet, cuts back to the left, and he's going to be dropped for a sack. It's Myles Garrett who drops the Ravens quarterback at the 8-yard line and forces the field goal team on.
They had a half rollout to the right side of the offense. Lamar tried to put his foot in the ground, looked back, and as he was looking back, Myles Garrett was bearing down on him, and it was just a little bit too late. And
Myles Garrett, with that sack, now takes over the NFL lead with 12 sacks, becomes the first player since individual sacks became an official stat back in 1982, with 12 or more sacks in 6 straight seasons. And it brings Tyler Loop on for a 25-yard field goal try. Loop's kick is up, and it is good. 4:55 to play, first quarter in Cleveland, and the Ravens strike first, leading at 3-0 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Do you or someone you know suffer from macular degeneration or other vision-related issues? Low vision specialists of Maryland and Virginia are here to help. Led by Dr. Thomas Asman since 1975, Low Vision Specialists design special glasses to give you back the gift of sight when traditional glasses can no longer help. They've helped so many people. People like Glenda.
When I lost my vision, my day-to-day life ground to a halt. But when I discovered Low Vision Specialists, I really regained my independence. The biggest joy was that with these glasses, I can drive again.
Call the doctors at Low Vision Specialists of Maryland and Virginia today at 301-321-7008. That's 301-321-7008. If they can help, there's no fee for you. Call 301-321-7008 or visit lowvisionmd.org.
First quarter, brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, despite a 15-play opening drive for the Ravens, the drive stalls in the red zone, and they settle for a Tyler Loop 25-yard field goal after a Myles Garrett record-setting sack. And the Ravens have an early 3-0 lead with 4:55 to play here in the opening quarter.
And this is this time of season where we're going to see Tyler Loop coming to his own because he's from Arizona, kicked in warm weather. This is going to be the first time he's going to kick consistently in cool weather in his career.
All the games from here on out, cold weather, outdoor games 5 of the final 8 games for the Ravens, division opponents. Loop's kick. It'll be taken at the 3-yard line. It's Malachi Corley across the 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's spun down at the 33-yard line, where the Browns will have the ball for a second time this afternoon. Cleveland's offense went 3 and out on its opening possession. Browns coming in at 2-7, Ravens at 4-5. With the Steelers pounding the Bengals this afternoon 34-12. Pittsburgh remains atop the AFC North. Now it's 6-4. And the Ravens very much in need of a win to continue to shadow the Steelers as the weather turns cold and the race gets hot. Right out of the gate, Quinshon Judkins with a big run across the 40 to the 45-yard line. A gain of 12 and a first down to start the drive for the Browns.
Yeah, when 10 is in the game, it's more likely a run. They got to think that way defensively. I know that first series he started the game, but they started out with a couple pass plays, but they normally want to run with him with the ball first.
Quinshon Judkins, second-round pick out of Ohio State, averaging 4 yards a carry in his rookie year. He's the lone back. Dylan Gabriel under center. We'll give it to Judkins, running off left tackle, bounces backwards, nothing there. He reverses field. He's got room to run. He's to the 45, across midfield, and finally wrestled down by Malachi Starks on the far sideline, but not until he gets to the Ravens' 48-yard line.
And that's what he's been doing well for this Cleveland Browns offense, taking that pressure off of Gabriel as the quarterback. But they have to stop the run.
The Browns will go no huddle. As Dylan Gabriel sets under center. Second down and 3 for the Browns from the Ravens 48. Judkins alone in the backfield. He'll get the carry, running along the right hash mark. Looks for a crease. He's got one. He's to the 40, gets outside the number, sights up the tackler, and gets all the way down to the Ravens' 35-yard line. And Cleveland has something going with a run game as the Browns pick up another first down.
Yeah, but you have Kyle Hamilton on the right side, so you got to feed him. You got to make sure that everybody's kicking it to the left side a little bit, because there's going to be a gap short on that side, and that's the side that he saw the gap and made a play.
Judkins will check out. Dylan Sampson checks into the backfield. Dylan Gabriel steps back into the shotgun. Kyle Hamilton shows blitz off the edge, drops into cover. Gabriel rolls out to his left, slings it high and incomplete, looking for Sampson. And listen to this crowd. They are not high on the rookie quarterback out of Oregon, who is 1-4 in his first 5 starts, as he misses an easy toss.
And he overthrew his guy by about 3 yards, and he was only about 12 yards away from him.
Sets up a second down and 10. Sampson remains in the backfield. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched to the left. Handoff goes to Sampson, sweeping to the near side, breaks a tackle. He's inside the 30, 25, 20, and cut off his feet by Alohi Gilman, but not until he gets into the red zone. After a stiff arm of Malachi Starks got him past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Malachi Starks has to make that tackle on the outside. He has to make that ball go back inside.
An 18-yard gain as Dylan Sampson got around Mike Green and Malachi Starks. That's 3 rookies operating on that play, and the Browns rookie gets the upper hand. 1st and 10 Browns at the Ravens 17. Gabriel will give it to Judkins, working along the left hash mark, and he'll get inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line as we reach the 2-minute mark in the opening quarter. And Cleveland, after going 3 and out on its opening possession, has moved the ball down into the Old Bay red zone, looking at a 2nd and 7 from inside the Ravens 15. And the Browns again going no huddle. Judkins in the backfield. Gabriel from the gun. Ravens with a 4-man front, 1 deep safety. Dylan Gabriel looking to the sideline, gets at a play call adjustment from his head coach. He'll give it to Judkins, running up the middle. Nothing there as Alohi Gilman takes him off his feet after a short gain to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, if you watch Judkins, if he's 1 yard or yard and a half behind the quarterback, all the runs are going interior. when he's even with the quarterback, all the runs are going outside runs. So they should see that, talk to each other, knowing that when that occurs, knowing where the run's going to go.
First quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. 3rd down and 6 for the Browns from the Ravens 13. Jerome Ford checks in. Dylan Gabriel's pass complete to the 12, but wrestled down right there. Terrific open field tackle by Teddy Buchanan. And the Browns limited to a gain of about 3, looking at a 4th down and 4, and they'll have to bring their kicking team on.
Yeah, I tell you, that's one thing that Teddy Buchanan's done extremely well. He's been a great tackler in space. Really, all the rookies for the Ravens have done a great job this year of tackling the ball in space.
So like the Ravens, who had to settle for a kick, so too do the Browns after their impressive drive. This will be a 30-yard try for rookie Andre Schmidt from the left hash mark. Schmidt. Kick is up, and it is good. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books in Cleveland, and we are all tied at 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Let's go! Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with the frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard heating and cooling unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard Heating and Cooling and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Start of the second quarter in Cleveland. We are all tied at 3. Tyler Loop with a 25-yard field goal. Andre Schmidt with a 30-yard field goal for Cleveland. The big play so far in this game was Myles Garrett, 3rd down sack in the red zone of Lamar Jackson. The big change we've seen from the Ravens offense today is a bigger role for running back Keaton Mitchell. Here's Ravens head coach John Harbaugh on getting Mitchell more involved.
Offensively and on special teams, both. And in the last, not just now, but in the last probably 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you could really start to see him come alive.
And the kickoff from Schmidt will be taken by LeJonte Wester at the 4. Brings it across to 15, 20. Cuts it to 25, finds a gap, 30, 35. Tripped up and taken down at the 36-yard line. So, Rob, the Ravens getting a lot of mileage out of the rookie so far in this game. LeJonte Wester with a nice return.
I tell you, he has really good vision as a returner, and that's what great returners have. They can see a sliver of light, and they can kind of turn their body sideways and get through it.
Ravens got the running game going on their first possession. Derrick Henry averaging 5 yards a carry. Lamar averaging 6 yards a carry. Keaton Mitchell averaging 5.5 yards a carry. It is Henry in the backfield. Lamar in the shotgun. 1st and 10 Ravens at their 35-yard line. Browns with 4 along the defensive front. 1 deep safety. Lamar takes the snap. Blitz pressure coming. He throws complete. Mark Andrews has it at the 40. Far sideline, 45, and he's wrestled out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That's good for a Ravens first down on an 11-yard gain. Catch number 2 for Mark Andrews.
Yeah, they were bringing pressure, and Mark Andrews just broke that route off for his quarterback, and Lamar found him.
So he is now 5 away from breaking the Derek Mason franchise record for the most receptions in franchise history. He already broke the Derek Mason record on the opening drive for the most yards in franchise history. The receiving record book is turning into the Mark Andrews anthology. Lamar Jackson on first down from under center. Quick toss. Keaton Mitchell. Right side outside the numbers. Puts his helmet down and dives forward to the 47-yard line. Get about 4 yards. Maybe about 3 yards to start the drive.
And they've been running Zay Flowers in motion quite a bit. They're going to give him that speed sweep one of these times, because this last time the edge rusher ducked back inside, and that's the person who's going to have to turn that Zay Flowers back to the rest of the defense.
Keaton Mitchell will check out. Derrick Henry checks back in. Lamar sends 2 receivers to the left. Now he brings Zay Flowers in motion to the left. Lamar takes the snap, gives it to Henry inside, looking for a crease. Not much there, so he just pushes the pile forward for a couple of yards to midfield. That'll set up a 3rd down and 6. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington. ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
On 3rd down, Rasheen Ali will check into the backfield. Lamar will bunch 3 receivers to the right, just inside the numbers. Mark Andrews is split to the left. Browns with a 5-man defensive front. Lamar takes the snap. Cleveland rushes 4. Lamar pumps once, pocket collapsing, zings it incomplete. He was looking for DeAndre Hopkins at the 35-yard line, but he threw it behind the veteran wide receiver. And for the first time today, the punt team will come on for the Ravens.
Yeah, Hopkins had his guy beat to the inside. When Lamar stepped up and started running, he just threw the ball a little behind him.
So Jordan Stout, who leads the league in punts inside the 5-yard line, will punt. And Gage Larvadan is deep for the Browns. Stout's punt will bounce at the 2, and it will be into the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland will have the ball at the Browns 20-yard line when we get back. 12:43 to play. First half in Cleveland. We're tied at 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
When hunger strikes without warning, one hero rises to satisfy your cravings. Royal Farms presents the world-famous Chicken Box. 4 golden pieces of legendary chicken, delicious Western fries, a warm, buttery biscuit, and all for just $10.
$10? All that?
Believe it. This is no snack. This is a Royal Farms meal forged in flavor and fried to perfection.
I didn't choose the chicken life. The chicken life chose me.
Royal Farms. Real fresh, real fast.
This holiday, Verizon is helping you bundle up incredible gifts and savings. You'll get the latest phone with a new line on My Plan, and a brand new smartwatch and tablet. No trade-in needed, even on our lowest price plan. That's 2 gifts for your family and 1 for you. Or 2 for you and 1 for someone else. Or 3 gifts for you and only you. Either way, you save big on 3 amazing gifts at Verizon. All on the best 5G network. Visit Verizon today. Rankings based on Root Metric Root Score Report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Additional terms apply.
And now, more fantasy football tips from the Maryland Lottery. Ooh, a trade offer. Sure, people tend to overthink trades, but not you. Unless it snows in Atlanta, or that defense gives up too many points. What if this running back retires between now and Sunday? You can always trade for a whole new game by playing Ravens Scratch-Offs. Get a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly or other great Ravens prizes. When fantasy gets too real, change your game to Ravens Scratch-Offs. Please play responsibly.
Just a reminder, when an opponent misses a field goal this season, you get free 6-piece McNuggets on the McDonald's app the next day. If an opponent misses another field goal, you're upgraded to a free 10-piece. 12:43 to play. First half in Cleveland. We're tied at 3. The Browns take possession after the Ravens punt on a touchback. Cleveland will have it at their 20-yard line, moving from our left to right. Jerry Sandusky and Hall of Famer Rod Woodson with you on a chilly Sunday afternoon in Cleveland, Ohio, Week 11. Dylan Gabriel off the play fake, rolls out to the left. Under pressure, he fires, and it is caught at the 39-yard line. A diving grab made by Cedric Tillman. And they'll give him the benefit of the doubt on the roll. A 20-yard gain to the Browns' 40.
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton just has to make sure he goes with him sooner. Get his eyes out of the backfield when he's not at the line of scrimmage.
First and 10 Browns at their 40-yard line. 12:10 to play in the opening half. Dylan Gabriel, the Browns' third-round draft pick, with Quinshon Judkins, the Browns' second-round draft pick, in the backfield. Give us to Judkins, hit in the backfield, and he'll be dropped for a loss. He'll lose one as the right side of the Ravens defense, led by Kyle Hamilton and C.J. Okoye, greeted Judkins in the backfield.
And they know they're going to run some bootlegs. They want to get Gabriel out of the pocket to get him on the move so he can throw the football. They got to make sure that they keep their eyes on their target when they're playing man-to-man or whoever has the flat or the crossing route.
Ravens going with that 3-safety look on defense. Malachi Stark is the deep safety. Dylan Gabriel wants to throw, pocket collapsing. He is sacked back at the 32-yard line.
That's Unk.
Kyle Van Noy coming off the edge for his second sack of the season, and there's a Browns player shaken up at the end of that play. And that is our first sack for science, powered by Constellation.
Oh, he did a great job. He acted like he was going to do a speed rush and dip back inside.
And the injured player is Cam Robinson, the left tackle for the Cleveland Browns. We'll step aside as the medical team comes on. 11-12 to play, first half, tied at 3. Ravens and the Browns on the Ravens Game Day Network.
When you choose Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield for your team, you get exactly what's in our name. Care First. We're transforming healthcare to make care more affordable and more accessible for you, your business, and your employees. With the support of a team dedicated to the health of your people and access to a network of over 1 million providers, we've got your back and theirs with care. Learn more at carefirstforbusiness.com.
Sports Centers all day and night on ESPN 630 are brought to you by NATCA, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. They guide you home safely. For more info, visit them at natca.org. That's natca.org.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CLUE to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CLUE for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CLUE for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
When the whole world changed, Children International developed new ways to reach children and families in poverty during these vulnerable times.
I'm learning every day.
I'm healthy and strong.
To learn more, go to children.org/help today.
Ravens' first sack of the afternoon backs Cleveland to a 3rd and 18. Browns have had pass protection issues with Dillon Gabriel at quarterback. He has been sacked now 18 times in his first 6 starts in the NFL. Jerome Ford in the backfield, Gabriel in the shotgun. Malachi Corley comes in motion. Quick toss to Corley at the numbers. Makes the catch. It'll be pulled down from behind at the 40-yard line. And that time, it was Draymond Jones making the stop for the Ravens and forcing the punt team on for Cleveland.
That was a really good play by Draymond Jones, putting his foot back in the ground and getting back outside to make that play.
So Draymond Jones, acquired a couple of weeks ago to trade with Tennessee, ends the Browns drive. And let's see if Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense can get something going here in the second quarter. Corey Bojorquez will punt to LeJonte Wester, who waits back at the Ravens 10. Bojorquez hits a moonshot. And Wester will settle under it with a fair catch. And he fumbles the ball. He muffed it. And the Browns recover at the 5. The rookie returner got fooled by the wind. And he lunged for the ball at the last second. It bounced off of his hands and is recovered by Grant Delpit at the Ravens 5-yard line. A massive mistake by the Ravens rookie returner.
He's trying to make a play for his team, but he has to understand how the ball is going to turn opposite normally from a left-footed kicker. And when you put yourself in a bad situation where the ball is fading right now, let the ball go.
We talked about the wind from the beginning of the broadcast, and it is severe at times, and you could see that ball just swirling in the wind, and LeJonte Wester settled under for a fair catch and then lunged to his left trying to make a catch. Anytime you have to lunge for a punt return, you should just avoid the ball altogether, right, Rob?
Absolutely. I mean, just don't put your team in a bad situation.
So with 10:16 to play, the Browns in the opening half, the Browns have it first and goal at the Ravens' 6-yard line. Power I formation. Quinshon Judkins, the deep back, and the whistle blown before the play. Here's referee Land Clark.
The play was stopped in violation of the substitution rule. Further violation by Cleveland will result in a 15-yard penalty. Go first down.
Because of the wind, we couldn't pick up exactly what he was saying, but a substitution violation rule.
I don't know if they had, if a guy ran on and then ran, I think a guy ran on, ran by the numbers, ran back off. But I don't know if that had any issues with the Ravens players not knowing where they're supposed to line up on that defensive call.
So it's just a warning of a pending penalty if it happens again. And now the Browns will break the huddle with first and goal from the Ravens 6. Field position after the punt muff by LeJonte Wester. Quinshon Judkins alone in the backfield. Cedric Tillman goes in motion to the left. They give us to Judkins. He's got a gap and will squeeze through it and get down to the 3-yard line where it will be second down and goal.
You know, the one thing I'm not a fan of is the new rule where runners can be pushed, assisted by their own teammates. Once their momentum is stopped, it should be stopped.
And that would mean taking the tush-push out of the rule book. Dillon Gabriel sets under center. Quinshon Judkins, the lone back. Judkins gets a carry, hit in the backfield and swallowed up by Brent Urban, who drops it for a loss back at the 7.
By Brent Urban, 12-year veteran in the league, making plays.
And what a timely spot to make that play. The Ravens would call this a win if they could somehow limit the Browns to a field goal attempt after handing the ball to Cleveland so deep in their own territory.
Yeah, watch the Browns trying to move the pocket for Gabriel to give him some room to see.
9:07 left in the opening half, tied at 3. Now Gabriel drops into the shotgun. Quinshon Judkins to his right, 3 receivers spread out to the left. Gabriel takes the snap, pocket collapsing, he escapes, running to his left, hit as he throws, broken up at the goal line. Terrific play right at the goal line by Ravens backup cornerback Keon Martin. And that will force the field goal team on for Cleveland.
The fans are not happy.
Keon Martin, the undrafted rookie free agent out of Louisiana.
It's a really good play.
I mean, that was a Pro Bowl caliber play as he denies the Browns a touchdown and forces Andre Schmidt on for a 24-yard field goal try. Schmidt hit from 30 in the first quarter. From the right hash mark, the 24-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. 8:44 to play. First half on a windy day in Cleveland, and the Browns have their first lead of the day. Cleveland 6, Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more. Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, with a smart and efficient Corolla built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end December 1st. Toyota. Let's go places.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
6-3 Browns in front of the Ravens. 8:44 to play. First half in Cleveland. An injury update. Browns starting tackle Cam Robinson questionable to return with a knee injury. And that injury report brought to you by the Baltimore Banner. Well, it was the LeJonte Wester muffed punt that gave the Browns the ball at the Ravens 6-yard line. It sets up the second Andre Schmidt field goal, and that's where we stand. Cleveland 6, Ravens 3. Rod, the offense, great opening drive, 15-play drive. They settled for a field goal, and they haven't been able to get it quite back into gear since.
Yeah, that second drive, they just couldn't find their footing. But having Lamar Jackson out there with Derrick Henry, I'm pretty sure they're going to find their way to the end zone.
Rasheed Ali and Keaton Mitchell are deep. Keaton Mitchell will take the kick at the 3. Brings it across the 10 to the 20, 25, and runs into a wall of tacklers who stopped him at the 28-yard line. So Lamar Jackson and the offense go back to work. So far in the opening half, Lamar Jackson 4 of 8 for 49 yards. Leading rusher for the Ravens, Derrick Henry, 4 carries, 14 yards. We told you at the start, this is a legitimate defense. This Browns defense is outstanding. Number 2 in the NFL. One of only 3 teams that have a defense that is ranked in the top 10 overall, as well as against the run and the pass. Myles Garrett already with 1 sack in this game. Ravens will open up with a power I formation. Ricard in front of Henry. Lamar under center. Ball is at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Lamar drops to throw. Has protection. Now it's breaking down. He's flung to the turf for a second time by Myles Garrett. Lamar had some protection, but against Myles Garrett, that protection can disappear in an instant, and that's what we just saw as Lamar is dumped for a 9-yard loss on the second sack of the game.
Yeah, when I look at the personnel grouping they're using right now against Cleveland, that 13 personnel, 3 tight ends, 1 running back, 1 receiver, spreading them out may be a little bit better, getting 11 personnel, what they're in right now.
An NFL leading 13 sacks this season from Myles Garrett. A 6-time Pro Bowler, a 6-time All-Pro. 2nd and 19, Lamar to throw. Screen pass off the hands of, and it's intercepted off the hands of Keaton Mitchell and picked off and returned down to the 4-yard line by Devin Bush, still on his feet, and in for the touchdown. And just like that, this game has turned sideways on the Ravens. A simple screen pass that went through the hands of Keaton Mitchell, popped up into the air, into the hands of Devin Bush, and Bush did his best Lamar Jackson impersonation of weaving through the traffic and finding his way to the end zone.
Yeah, that ball just tipped up in the air, and bad things normally happen when an offensive player tips the ball in the air.
And here's Andre Schmidt to try to make it a 10-point Cleveland lead. Schmidt's extra point attempt hangs in the wind, and it is good. 7:43 to play, first half. It's the Browns 13, the Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Let's go! Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
The new Maryland Lottery Holiday Raffle is here, and you gotta like your chances. Literally. With only 325,000 tickets available for sale, this is your best chance to win $1 million. There are over 10,000 prizes of $50 or more, including 10 $100,000 winners. The first $50,000 early bird drawing is November 24th, so get your tickets by November 23rd. And hold on to them. They could be worth up to $1 million. Play the Maryland Lottery Holiday Raffle today. Please play responsibly.
Planning a move? Von Paris Moving and Storage will handle all the details. Whether your move is within the state of Maryland, across the country, or overseas, Von Paris can customize their services to meet your needs and budget. Their relocation experts will provide a free no-obligation estimate and answer any questions or concerns about your upcoming household or office moving requirements. Call Von Paris Moving and Storage today at 410-888-8500 or visit VonParis.com. Von Paris, always going the extra mile since 1892. Proud to be the official mover of the Baltimore Ravens.
7:43 to play in the first half, and just like that, Cleveland has a 10-point lead as the Ravens turn the ball over on back-to-back possessions. A muff punt by LeJontay Wester, followed by a pass off the hands, through the hands of Keaton Mitchell, picked off by Devin Bush, and returned for a 23-yard touchdown return. And now the Ravens playing from behind on a cold afternoon in a place that has not treated the Ravens very kindly in recent years. The Ravens have lost 3 of their last 4 trips to Cleveland, and they are not playing up to par right now. Andre Schmidt, who has a pair of field goals, will kick off. Keaton Mitchell will field it at the 4, brings it across the 10, 15, 25, gets outside the numbers 30, 35, and he's pushed out of bounds by Grant Delpit at the 37-yard line. So Lamar Jackson, that is only his second interception this season. And you can't pin that one on him.
Not at all. I mean, that went right through the hands of Keaton Mitchell.
And into the hands of Devin Bush.
Now they got to work their way out of this deficit.
Lamar will send DeAndre Hopkins and Zay Flowers to the left. Tight end Isaiah Likely sets to the left side of the line. Charlie Kohler to the right side of the line. Now Likely goes in motion to the right. Gives it to Derrick Henry, running to the right side through the hole, 40-45, and out to the 47-yard line. Just shy of a first down as he'll get 9+ on the first play of the drive.
Yeah, get back to the running game. Get back to your game plan. Everything that you've been doing well. Going no huddle.
So Lamar will change up the tempo, takes the snap, gives it to Henry, left side, another hole, bangs his way across midfield, and with a second effort pushes the ball down to the Browns' 47-yard line.
And I would like to see them do this more often, get into a hurry-up offense. They haven't really done that outside of 2-minute situations. But it puts their defense, you put most defenses on this hill, and you don't find blitzes. You don't see defensive coordinators blitzing when teams are doing the no huddle.
Ravens open up the 15-play drive, but since then, 4-play drive, 2-play drive, and here comes the third play of this drive. Lamar drops to throw, rolls to the right, lofts it inside the 30. He's got Zay Flowers in the 25, turns at the 15, 10, 5, and he's down to the 3-yard line. What a run after catch by Zay Flowers, and just like that, the Ravens are right back at the door, ready to get back in this game with 6:20 left to play in the half.
Yeah, they ran a flat 7. Zay ran the deep corner route, and once he catches it, he puts his foot back in the ground and goes back to the middle of the field and almost gets that touchdown.
A 45-yard gain for Zay Flowers. Lamar Jackson hands it to Derrick Henry, who is buried in the backfield. And he'll lose 2 on the play, back to the 6-yard line, as Myles Garrett blew up that play before it had any chance to develop.
Well, yeah, if you don't block the best player on the defense from the right edge, it's hard to gain a lot of yardage.
Ravens will huddle up with 5:36 left in the half, looking at a 2nd and goal from the Browns' 6. Keaton Mitchell in the backfield. Isaiah Likely steps to the left wing. 2 receivers split left. Lamar takes a snap, gives it to Mitchell, running along the right hash mark. Sidesteps a couple of tacklers and weaves his way down to about the 3-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, this is where in the previous weeks they've rolled Lamar out a couple times, had some success, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just let him drop back and find the open receivers and let him win on one-on-ones.
Ravens' opening drive got to the red zone, but then it stalled. Lamar spreads it out, 3 receivers to the right, Tylan Wallace to the left. Keaton Mitchell in the backfield and movement along the line.
I think that's offsides on defense.
Land Clark, our referee.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 96. Half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
And that changes the whole philosophy for Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken. He'll put Derrick Henry back in, takes Keaton Mitchell out, Pat Ricard comes back in, and Tylan Wallace comes out. So it's big body offense on 3rd and goal from just inside the Browns' 2. Derrick Henry to the right of Lamar in the shotgun. Ricard and Zay Flowers tight to the right side of the line to give it to Henry. Running between the hash marks, hit it to 1, backs his way in. Touchdown Ravens! The king is in, and the Ravens climb back in the game.
Yeah, he got hit about a half a yard short. He just turned his back to the goal line and just started digging in with his feet and got across the goal line.
Well, that was individual will as Derrick Henry forced the issue, gets in the end zone, and the Ravens climb back in this game with 4:17 left to play in the half.
Yeah, that was a really big drive for the Ravens offense.
The key play, Lamar Jackson to Zay Flowers, a 45-yard gain that put the ball in the Old Bay red zone. Tyler Loop now for a very important extra point. Loop into a wind. His kick is right down the middle and good. 4:17 to play. First half in Cleveland. Our score now, Browns 13, Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
As you age, you may have questions about finding transportation, healthy meals, or other services around your home and in your community. And the Elder Care Locator has the answers at 1-800-677-1116. Our caring advisors can connect you to trustworthy local experts and the support you need to age well at home. Real people, real assistance, and real connections are just a phone call away with the Elder Care Locator. 1-800-677-1116.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The Derrick Henry touchdown run of 2 yards closes the gap. Cleveland 13, Ravens 10. And this season, for every Ravens touchdown, Baltimore area Toyota dealers donate $500 to Kennedy Krieger. So that Derrick Henry touchdown means another $500 for Kennedy Krieger from Toyota. Now the Ravens cashing in the red zone, which was a major focus coming in today. Lamar Jackson talking about the struggles in the red zone.
I believe we're driving the ball down the field a good amount, sometimes, but we got to punch in that ticket, and it was just an NFL game.
But they didn't punch the ticket on the opening drive, a 15-yard drive. They settled for a field goal, but that time, after getting in the red zone, they cash in. Tyler Loop will kick. It'll be taken by Dylan Sampson at the 1. Brings it across the 10, outside the numbers at the 20, 25. Spun down at the 30-yard line, and that's where Cleveland Browns offense will go to work, leading the Ravens 13-10, 4:12 left to play in the half.
And the Ravens defense has a really good opportunity to get the ball back for this offense before the half to let them try to get some more points on the board.
Ravens have limited Cleveland to 84 yards total offense. The Browns' points, all but a field goal, have come off of Ravens' turnovers. Quinshon Judkins alone in the backfield. Dylan Gabriel at quarterback sets under center to start the drive at the Cleveland 30. Moving from our left to right. It was to Judkins, working off left tackle. Won't get too far. Although a second effort will turn a 2-yard gain into a 4-yard gain. And it'll be second down and 6 for Cleveland with 4 minutes even left to play in the half. Browns have all 3 of their timeouts, and so do the Ravens. So, Rod, to your point, if you can force a 3-and-out here, you give Lamar the ball with a lot of time to work with.
Yeah, and you got to think they're going to slow this down, try to get some good yardage running the football.
Quinshon Judkins alone in the backfield. He'll get the carry, left side, and he's wrapped up and brought down. Roquan Smith, Brent Urban, and John Jenkins triangulated the rookie and did not give him any room, no gain.
Yeah, that was an outstanding job by the defensive front of shedding the offensive blockers, getting to the ball carrier, not letting him get any yardage.
Cleveland 0-4 on third down conversions here in the first half. If the Ravens can make it 0-5, they get the ball back to Lamar Jackson with plenty of time left in the half. Dylan Gabriel will bunch 3 receivers to the right inside the numbers. The Ravens bunch 7 along the defensive front. They'll bring blitz pressure. Gabriel, pocket collapsing. He escapes to the run. To the left side, he's run out of bounds, shy of the first down. As Trenton Simpson tracks the Browns quarterback out of bounds. Kyle Hamilton slow to get on his feet, but he appears to have hurt his right arm as he trots toward the Ravens sideline. We'll keep you posted on that, but the punt team will have to come on for Cleveland. But Ronald, look at Kyle Hamilton. He is holding his right arm by his side in obvious pain.
Yeah, he looked like he got a little stinger. Oh, he dove for him. That's what happened. Dove, and his arm went underneath his body.
LeJonte Wester, who muffed a punt earlier in the game from Corey Bojorquez, stands back at the Ravens' 15-yard line with 2:04 left, but the Browns are going to let it run down to the 2-minute warning.
This is the 2-minute warning. Timeout.
2 minutes left to play. First half in Cleveland. It's the Browns 13, the Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
The post-Career Day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during Career Day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Let's go!
Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
13-10, Cleveland leads it. 2 minutes left to play. Corey Bojorquez will punt the ball to LeJonte Wester. As we share with you our view from the booth, brought to you by Goal Vision. We have a mix of light rain and a little bit of snow effect coming off of Lake Erie to add to our already pleasant conditions of wind chills flirting with the 20s.
And the Ravens punt return team has to make sure that Cleveland punts his ball. I mean, it's 4th and 3. You know, what does the Cleveland Browns, who only has 3 wins right now, have to lose?
Let's see if LeJonte Wester can make good after he muffed the last punt. They gave the Browns the ball at the Ravens' 6-yard line, and look out, the Ravens jumped offside.
No way.
Wester will let this ball bounce inside the 5. It'll trickle into the end zone for a touchback, but that is likely going to be a Cleveland first down. Jake Hummel jumped offside before the snap. Unless he was drawn offside.
No, he jumped offside. That's first down for Cleveland.
That is a colossal mistake.
You're right above the ball.
Because now, instead of getting the ball to Lamar Jackson with 3 timeouts, the Browns will have a first down, and they have 3 timeouts to work with.
Offside. Defense number 35. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Well, we were talking with John Harbaugh before the game, Rod. One of the things he said is you got to win the turnover battle. Right now, the Ravens have turned the ball over twice And I consider that play a turnover as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know what he's thinking about. I know he's trying to anticipate the snap. He has one block this year. But, man, you can't shoot yourself in the foot like that on the road.
The Browns get a first down at their 41-yard line with 3 timeouts to work with. Dylan Gabriel from the shotgun looks to the left, fires down the seam. He's got Cedric Tillman wide open, and he's all the way down to the Ravens' 34-yard line before Chino Awuzie can bring him down.
Yeah, worst case scenario.
A 26-yard gain, and just like that, the Browns have it 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 33 with 1:28 left in the half. Dylan Sampson checks into the backfield. He'll sprint out to the right side. And Dylan Gabriel will operate in an empty backfield. The rookie slings it far sideline. Jerry Jeudy skies and pulls it down. It'll be taken down inbounds at the 28-yard line of the Ravens. And the Ravens will take a timeout, stopping the clock with 1:09 left in the half.
Timeout. Baltimore, their first of the half.
So let's take you through the way this game has transpired so far. Remember, the Ravens have struggled, losing 3 of their last 4 here in Cleveland. Browns went 3 and out on their first possession. The Ravens' first possession, they went 15 plays, but the drive stalled in the red zone. They settled for a field goal. Browns got a field goal to close out the quarter, 3-3 at the end of one frame. In the second quarter, LeJonte Wester muffed a punt by Corey Bojorquez. The Browns recovered at the Ravens' 6. That set up another field goal. Then Lamar Jackson on the ensuing possession. His pass went through the hands of Keaton Mitchell, picked off by Devin Bush, who returned it for a touchdown. And in a blink, it was 13-3 Cleveland. The Ravens, later in the second quarter, Lamar Jackson hit Zay Flowers for a 45-yard gain, put it into the red zone. From there, Derrick Henry punched it in, and that made it 13-10. And then Jake Hummel offside on a punt, and Cleveland gets a first down, and now the Browns have it. And they'll go with their own read option as Dylan Gabriel is met at the 28-yard line. Ball came loose, but after the whistle had blown, but he was tackled inbounds, so the clock will continue to run unless the Ravens choose to stop it, which they do. So the Ravens use their second of 3 timeouts, stopping the clock with 1:06. And the thinking here by John Harbaugh, Rod, I will presume, is if you can limit Cleveland to a long field goal try, you still got a shot at getting the ball back to Lamar with a couple of seconds at least to work with.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get Lamar the ball so he can do a 2-minute situation right before the half, remembering that they won the coin toss at the opening coin toss. They deferred, so they will get the ball back in the second half. But this defense right now needs it. Best case scenario, get your hands up, get a batted ball, get a sack on Gabriel, get him out of field goal range.
Browns are 0-5 on third down. They were punting after their last third down failed conversion, and that's when Jake Hummel jumping offside extended the Cleveland drive. Third down and 5 Browns. Ball is at the Ravens 28. Dylan Gabriel in the shotgun. Dylan Sampson to his left. 3 receivers bunched tight to the right side of the line. Ravens rush 5. Dylan Gabriel slings it near side, off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for his rookie tight end, Harold Fannin, and this crowd is unhappy as the kick team comes on again. And now the swirling wind makes this anything but an automatic. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal try from the left hash mark.
Kick it into the side where the wind is blowing the most.
The flag's moving briskly atop the uprights. A 46-yard try for Andre Schmidt from the left hash mark. Kick on the way. It is long enough. It is good. And with 58 seconds left in the half, the Browns extend their lead to 16-10. And again, all but 3 of the Browns' points have come off of either Ravens turnovers or mistakes.
Absolutely, and it's something that's correctable. But you normally don't see that from a Baltimore Ravens team. But Lamar Jackson has got opportunity with 58 seconds on the clock right before half to move the ball down the field, to make some plays. Got to protect him. You know, Myles Garrett's on the other side, so you got to give him a little time to be able to throw the football down the field.
And Myles Garrett already has 2 sacks. Came in with 11 for the season. He is currently ahead of everyone else in the NFL with 13. And he became the first player since sacks became an official statistic in 1982 to record 6 consecutive seasons of 12 or more sacks. Look, we watch a lot of game tape getting ready for these games. I can't tell you the last time I've seen anybody who is as big of a menace off the edge as Myles Garrett. And I mean, I'm not throwing shade at J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, all the great pass rushers we've seen. But currently today, if there's one guy, Rod, if I'm an offensive lineman, if there's one guy I don't want to have to face, it's Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I mean, he's a disruptor on the edge. And they'll move him around. They'll put him on the edge. They'll bring him in the middle. They find that matchup that they like, and they let him go to work.
Look, if you're the 2-7 Browns, this game is shaping up about as well as you could hope, because when you're an underdog, when you're 2-7, and you're playing a team that is very much in the divisional race, your objective is to shrink the game from 4 quarters to 2 quarters, because you can win a 2-quarter game. It's much easier to win a half than it is to win a whole game.
Yeah, and obviously the Ravens aren't playing their best football. They're giving them more opportunities to put points on the board. This is a critical drive. I know it's 58 seconds, but it's a critical drive. They can go somehow get into field goal range and get some points on the board before the half. That will be big for the Ravens.
Because the Ravens get the ball first coming out of the half. And if you can get the last points of the half and the first points of the second half, then the data points point in the direction of you winning the game. But that's a big if. In order to have the numbers align in your favor, the Ravens are going to have to execute here. They'll have 1 timeout to work with. Rasheen Ali, keep Mitchell deep. And here comes the kick from Andre Schmidt. It's a short kick. Ali will take it at the 8. Brings it across the 20, 25, 30. Slams into a wall of tacklers and gets out to the 34-yard line. Well, Lamar Jackson and the offense have 53 seconds and 1 timeout to work with.
The thing that they have to do is give Lamar time to throw the ball down the field. They have the 1 timeout.
Lamar will start the drive in the shotgun. Rasheen Ali with him in the backfield. Rasheen Ali getting the snaps with Justice Hill out with a toe injury. On first down, Zay Flowers comes in motion. Lamar takes the snap. Browns rush 4. Passes bobbled on the far sideline. And it's ruled a reception at first.
I don't know if he caught
but
that.
But now the back judge comes in and says he was bobbling the ball incomplete. And you are right, Rod. Zay Flowers didn't secure the ball before his feet hit the sideline. Incomplete. So the Ravens burn 4 seconds and face a 2nd and 10 with 49 seconds left in the half. Three receivers now bunched to the left inside the numbers. Lamar in the shotgun. Browns with a 4-man front. Lamar takes the snap. Pocket collapsing. Lamar in trouble, and he's sacked back at the 31-yard line. Myles Garrett dropping Lamar for a 3rd time in the half.
Anytime you have an aggressive, fast-flowing defense.
Cleveland, the first of the half.
Running screens behind those type of defensive linemen slow them down just a little bit.
I mean, Myles Garrett came around Ronnie Stanley, and Ronnie Stanley could barely get his hands on the hard-charging Browns defensive end. I mean, he just blew by the Ravens left tackle.
Yeah, and I thought as Lamar stepped up, he was going to get out to the left side of the offensive line or the defensive line. And for some reason, he stepped back into the fray of where Myles Garrett was coming from.
Yeah, he had an escape route, you're right, to the left, but he didn't take it. And now the Browns take a timeout. They have 2 more to use because if they can stop the Ravens on 3rd down, Cleveland gets the ball back. The Ravens face a 3rd down and 12 from their 32.
Well, Lamar has to be smart with the football.
Ravens 3 of 5 on 3rd downs this afternoon. Lamar in the shotgun. 3 receivers spread out to the left. Zay Flowers alone, wide to the right. Now LeJonte Wester goes in motion to the right as Lamar takes the snap. Browns rush 4. Pocket collapsing. Pass completed to the 35. Isaiah Likely taken down at the 42-yard line. That'll be 2 yards shy of a 1st down, and the Browns will take a 2nd timeout.
Timeout. Cleveland, the 2nd of the half.
Browns stop the clock with 35 seconds left in the half. The punt team queuing up on the Ravens sideline. Cleveland will get the ball back with 1 timeout to work with.
I mean, the only reason you would call timeout if you're the Cleveland Browns is if you really believe in Gabriel that he can march down the field without turning the ball over and get at more points.
But if you're 2-7, if you're Kevin Stefanski, why not? Take any shot you can.
You don't have anything to lose.
Right, you have nothing to lose. And I've always said the most dangerous opponent is the one who has nothing to lose.
Well, you do have something to lose. You could lose an occupation.
At 2-7, you're already going in that direction anyway.
That is
You
true.
could also save your occupation.
That is true.
So Jordan Stout will come on to punt. Gage Larvadan is deep for the Browns. Stout, it's a knuckle punt that will bounce at the 15. Larvadan takes it on the hop of the 5, and he's taken down immediately right at the 10-yard line with 26 seconds left in the half. The Browns have 1 timeout. Dylan Gabriel is not a particularly strong-armed quarterback, but he's had a solid first half, 7 of 10 for 68 yards.
Yeah, he hasn't hurt the Browns. Some good pass plays in the seam.
The Ravens could use a huge defensive play to close out the half. Jerry Jeudy will split wide of the numbers to the left. Dylan Gabriel will start the drive under center. He'll hand it off. Dylan Sampson is taken down. I've checked that Jerome Ford after a gain of only 2. And the Cleveland Browns will be content to take off for the locker room with a 6-point lead. As the final seconds will come off the clock to close out the first half here in Cleveland. The storyline this afternoon for the Ravens on the road, it's the mistakes they've made. They've turned the ball over twice. They had a 4th down punt situation for the Browns. They jumped offside. And they've given up 3 sacks to Myles Garrett. And that leads us into the locker room with the players trotting off for the Ravens, trailing the Browns at halftime. Cleveland 16, Ravens 10 at the break on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Okay, huddle up. We've got the chance to make our homeownership dreams come true with MarylandHomeownership.com. Downfield, webinars happen monthly with local experts. Lynn, grab buyer toolkits.
Got it.
And Pete, eyes on down payment assistance assistance and financial education. Yep. Let's get started on this pathway to homeownership. Yeah. This is our moment. We've got the resources with MarylandHomeownership.com. Homeowner on 3. 1, 2, 3. Homeowner.
Yeah. Buy a home with confidence. Get in the game with MarylandHomeownership.com, the playbook that takes you home.
Grit. That's what it takes to build a business. In Baltimore, Fulton Bank is helping small business owners just like you to gain access to the capital you need to grow. Check out our Empower Community Banking Program, which is designed to meet the unique needs of unique business owners like you. Visit fultonbank.com/empower to learn more. That's fultonbank.com/empower. Fulton Bank, member FDIC.
Time for the halftime report. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
A forgettable first half for the Baltimore Ravens at Huntington Bank Field. 16-10, the Cleveland Browns lead Baltimore going into the half, and it's been 3 really big mistakes for Baltimore that have led to 13 Cleveland points. Let's bring on a man who's on the call as Rod Woodson joins us. Rod, I mean, you and Jerry talked about it. 3 crucial mistakes, just aiding a team that has nothing to lose. How do you climb back into this? You will get the football first, but it's a really brutal first half from Baltimore.
Yeah, they haven't played great football. They allowed the Cleveland Browns to score points. Now, what they can do, the silver lining is they can get this first opening kickoff, march down the field, score a touchdown, and be up by 1. And even though they haven't played great, they allowed the Cleveland Browns to score points from the mistakes that they made. But with that being said, they still have an opportunity in this first drive in the second half to go down there, even though you haven't played your best football, and still be winning the football game.
Defensively, they've stood tall a good amount, but on the offense, what do you expect them to do to kind of change up what has been some mistakes and some slow patterns early on in the first half?
I mean, when you have a rusher like Myles Garrett, you have to slow him down by running draw screens, smoke screens, bubble screens outside, everything to get him to put his foot back around and go away from Lamar. If it's every time you drop back to pass, if it's just always he's staying in the pocket, he knows where the target's at. And then he's one of the guys that you don't want him to know where the target's at.
3 sacks for Myles Garrett in the first half of Lamar Jackson. Appreciate your insight as always. We'll hear from you in the second half, Rod.
Alrighty.
That is Rod Woodson. We will hear from him when the second half comes back. We will get to the highlights when we come back here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coming up, the Maryland Lottery play of the first half.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NATCA, we guide you home.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Happy kids heal faster. That's why Starlight Children's Foundation is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids, regardless of their illness or injury. When a child is hospitalized, the happiness of childhood feels out of reach. But that's where Starlight comes in. We provide entertainment through our gaming stations, comfort with our specially designed hospital gowns, play with our toy deliveries, and distraction through our virtual reality headsets. Starlight programs are what happiness is made of. The things that make being a kid special. The simple power of a smile. Delivered to over 800 hospitals across the country can make a lifetime of difference for sick kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
Now, a recap of the first half on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Nick Testoni back here on the halftime report. Before we get to our first half highlights, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
Ravens were looking to keep pace with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC North. They came into the day one game behind. Pittsburgh a win over Cincinnati earlier today. So they need a win in Cleveland. Chance to sweep Cleveland for the first time in 5 years. Cleveland got the ball first, went 3 and out. Mark Andrews would be the first person to start the day catching a football for the Ravens, and it was a record-setting one.
Lamar drops to throw, has good protection, slings it complete to Mark Andrews at the 45-yard line of the Cleveland Browns for a record-setting reception for the Ravens tight end. That puts Mark Andrews past Derek Mason, as the Ravens' all-time leader in receiving yards.
Yeah, congratulations to Mark Andrews, and that is the play of the half brought to you by Maryland Lottery. 5,784 receiving yards as he passes Derek Mason. Ravens would continue that drive. It would be 15 plays, 72 yards, couple of Derrick Henry runs. You got a little bit of Keaton Mitchell as well, and it would lead to a Tyler Loop field goal.
And it brings Tyler Loop on for a 25-yard field goal try. Loop's kick is up, and it is good.
Now, the good is the Ravens go up 3-0. The bad, they had first and goal at the 4-yard line, a 1-yard run, incomplete, and sacked, which led to them settling. So here come the Cleveland Browns, and this drive, they ran the football. They had 54 rushing yards out of this 55-yard drive. It was a lot of Quinshon Judkins, a little bit of Dylan Sampson. They get stalled out. Here comes Andre Schmidt to tie the game.
Schmidt. Kick is up, and it is good.
And that field goal would end the first quarter, so we're all tied up at 3-3. Missed opportunity for the Ravens, first and goal. Andrews starts it off again on this drive. 11-yard reception on 3rd and 6. It's incomplete to DeAndre Hopkins, so after one first down, Baltimore punts the football back. Cleveland's next possession, big completion to Cedric Tillman, but then Kyle Van Noy got into the mix, his second of the season.
Dylan Gabriel wants to throw, pocket collapsing. He is sacked back at the 32-yard line. Kyle Van Noy coming off the edge for his second sack of the season, and there's a Browns player shaken up at the end of that play.
Yeah, that would make it a 3rd and 18. Cleveland is set to punt. Baltimore ready to get the football back, but the first real turning point in this game.
Corey Bojorquez will punt to LeJonte Wester, who waits back at the Ravens' 10. Bojorquez hits a moonshot, and Wester will settle under it with a fair catch, and he fumbles the ball. He muffed it, and the Browns recover at the 5. The rookie returner got fooled by the wind, and he lunged for the ball at the last second. It bounced off of his hands and is recovered by Grant Delpit at the Ravens' 5-yard line. A massive mistake by the Ravens rookie returner.
And it wouldn't be the last mistake by the Ravens on a punting formation. So here come the Browns. Instant scoring opportunity at the 6-yard line. The good news is the Ravens defense stands tall, and they force Schmidt to settle for a field goal. So now 6-3 Cleveland, but it gets bad to worse. The next possession for Baltimore, it's a sack. Myles Garrett to start. The next play, just disaster.
2nd and 19, Lamar to throw. Screen pass off the hands of... And it's intercepted off the hands of Keaton Mitchell and picked off and returned down to the 4-yard line by Devin Bush, still on his feet, and in for the touchdown. And just like that, this game has turned sideways on the Ravens.
Yeah, made it 13-3. The Browns score 10 points in a little over a minute. 1 minute and 1 second. Ravens come back quickly, though. Big completion, 45 yards to Zay Flowers. They get down inside the 5-yard line. This time they punch it in with the king.
Ricard and Zay Flowers tight to the right side of the line. To give it to Henry. Running between the hash marks. Hit it to 1. Backs his way in. Touchdown, Ravens! The king is in, and the Ravens climb back in the game.
Yeah, made it 13-10. Ravens had a chance to get the football back before half. They jump off sides on a 4th and 4 punt play. The Browns keep it. They march down, kick a field goal. 16-10, the lead right now for Cleveland. Baltimore gets the football first out of the half. Second half action's coming your way right here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
The second half kick is straight ahead on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Listen to ESPN 630, the sports capital, on your Amazon Alexa. Hey Alexa, play ESPN 630 DC. We are ESPN 630 and ESPN630DC.com.
The key to unlock the next breakthrough in life-saving cancer research could be sitting in your driveway. Stand Up to Cancer's vehicle donation program makes it easy to turn your unwanted vehicle into funding to support innovative cancer research. These innovations lead to better cancer prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, which means we can help save lives right now. Cancer affects all of us. Today alone, 5,370 people in the United States will be diagnosed with cancer. It will take all of us standing up together to put an end to it. So when you're looking to get rid of your old car, truck, motorcycle, RV, or boat, why not donate it to Stand Up to Cancer? Donating is easy and tax deductible. We'll even tow your vehicle for free. You can be a driving force in cancer research. Donate your car today. Visit standuptocancer.org/cars to learn more.
I want you to imagine for a moment you're in a hospital. You are the patient connected to an IV bag. There's a constant parade of serious doctors, countless tests, endless pokes, and a serious diagnosis. Scary surgeries are followed by painful recoveries. You're in the hospital for days, weeks, months. Now imagine experiencing all of these things and you're only a child. This is why Starlight exists. To bring happiness to hospitalized children through programs that help kids cope, build resilience, and change their outlook. Because happiness matters. Visit starlight.org to learn more.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
Ravens will have the ball first to start the second half, trailing the Browns 16-10. Schmidt's kick will be taken by Keaton Mitchell, 5 yards deep in the end zone. He'll take a knee for a touchback, and the Ravens will start the drive. Trailing by 6, looking for a little bit of a spark. And Rod, before you can even worry about the spark, the first job I would think at halftime is cleaning up the mistakes, because that's why the Ravens are trailing.
Yeah, you look at what they've done so far, and it's the muff punt, the offsides, just giving them opportunities normally more than they should. Clean everything up, protect Lamar Jackson from Myles Garrett, and let him find open receivers down the field.
3 sacks for Myles Garrett in the opening half. Lamar Jackson will start in the shotgun. The Ravens have it to their 35-yard line, moving from our right to left. Zay Flowers in motion to give us to Henry. Breaks to the line. He's to the 40-yard line. Still on his feet to the 44-yard line. A 9-yard gain for the King to start the second half. Talking with some members of the Browns organization at halftime, it was interesting to hear their perspective. We're talking about all the mistakes. The Ravens aren't playing well. They don't look on point like they have the last 3 weeks. The Browns folks were all saying, oh, we've seen this before. We only have a 6-point lead. You know how this is going to end. It was really interesting to feel the vibe here. They're sure the Ravens are going to come back and win this game.
Well, hopefully they're right.
Lamar walks to the line, shouts out instructions. Derrick Henry to his right as Lamar steps back into the shotgun. Zay Flowers goes in motion to the right. To give us to Henry, hit in the backfield and drop for a loss of 2. That play just never developed as Mason Graham, the first-round draft pick for the Browns, got into the backfield as he blew through Daniel Fa'alele and blew up the play.
Yeah, if Lamar would have kept that when he had the edge.
Fa'alele, the right guard, is trying to get a shoulder on Graham and then move to the second level. He moved to the second level too soon and gave Graham the pathway to the backfield. So it is 3rd down and 3 for the Ravens from their 42. Lamar in the gun. Cleveland showing blitz. And the Browns will rush 4. Lamar rolls out to the right. Sets his feet, hit, and he's dropped back at the 40-yard line. It's Myles Garrett again. His 4th sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, moving away from him, it's just hard to do. Like, I really believe you got to slow him down somehow. I don't know if it's chips. I know they're trying to half roll Lamar away from him.
I'm not sure what Ronnie Stanley's doing on that play. I mean, again, Myles Garrett moved by Ronnie Stanley with a dip of the shoulder and dropped Lamar for a 4th time. So the Ravens, opening drive, leads to a Jordan Stout punt. He hits a knuckleball punt that will bounce inside the 20. Taken by Larbadan on the hop at the 12. He returns it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And the Browns will go to work from there. Chandler Martin with the tackle. And a quarterback change for the Browns as Shedeur Sanders will now come in for the very first time in his NFL career. We have no word of injury to Dylan Gabriel.
You can hear the fans excited. I just think they just want something different.
The Browns' 5th-round draft pick this season, with his first regular season NFL action. He'll start his opening drive in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shedeur Sanders in his NFL debut here in Week 11. Rolls out to the right, slings it complete to Cedric Tillman along the near sideline at the 29-yard line. He'll get 4 on the play. In college at Jackson State in Colorado, Shedeur Sanders threw 134 touchdown passes against only 27 interceptions. His father, of course, Neon Deion Sanders, predicted his son would be a top 5 pick. He wasn't selected in this last draft until pick number 144. Now he sets under center. 2nd down and 5. 180! What's up? He'll give it to Judkins, left side. A flag is down as Judkins is stacked up after a gain of only 1 to the Browns' 31-yard line.
I think that's going to be holding on the offense.
That's going to back the Browns up 10 yards.
Holding. Offense number 55. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
And we have received word that Dylan Gabriel is being evaluated for a possible head injury. Not sure if he is in concussion protocol just yet, but that's why Shedeur Sanders is in the game. Didn't think it was something that Kevin Stefanski, the head coach for the Browns, had any interest in doing because he had deflected all of the talk about Shedeur Sanders not playing yet throughout the course of the week. So an injury forces his hand. And Sanders now with a 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Has time, fires over the middle, complete to his tight end David Njoku, and he's taken down at the 27-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd down and 8 as Njoku makes his first catch of the game.
Yeah, and the one thing that the Ravens defense has to do, because Shedeur Sanders is still a rookie, you got to make him feel that pressure. You got to make him feel like he is a young player in the National Football League, and he can't see and can't feel the pressure, and if he does that, maybe you can get some opportunities to get an interception.
Ravens have 1 sack in this game. Myles Garrett has 4 sacks for the Browns. Shedeur Sanders on 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Blitz pressure coming. Sanders is hit and sacked back at the 15-yard line. It's Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton with the 3rd down sack, and he forces the punt team on for the Browns. Huge play by the Ravens blitzing safety.
But that's what you want to do to young quarterbacks. You want to put pressure on the young quarterbacks, make them feel that pressure, see the color, make them question where they should throw the ball, if they should throw it at all. That ball came out at the end.
It did, and the Browns fell on it. Kyle Hamilton came right up the middle on that sack. He was lined up over the center. So Corey Bojorquez stands at the Browns goal line. He will punt to LeJonte Wester. Bojorquez hits a high spiral. Wester's going to let that one bounce at the 40. Takes a Cleveland Brown bounce inside the 35 and will be down at the 33. Lamar Jackson and the offense for the Ravens on the field when we get back. 9:58 to play, 3rd quarter in Cleveland. But the Browns lead the Ravens 16-10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
We're inside the 3rd quarter, and here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Club Citgo is a proud sponsor of Baltimore football on 98 Rock and WBAL.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold 'em. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold 'em. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
This Ravens season, get in the game at Safeway and enter their Flock In and Win sweepstakes for your chance to win Ravens tickets, autographed jerseys, helmets, or more. Plus, save 5% on your in-store shopping order of $20 or more when you shop in your Ravens gear on game day. And don't miss the football item of the week. Clip the digital deal for Hellman's Mayo for just $3.99. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, huddle up. We've got the chance to make our homeownership dreams come true with MarylandHomeownership.com. Downfield, webinars happen monthly with local experts. Lynn, grab buyer toolkits.
Got it.
And Pete, eyes on down payment assistance and financial education. Yep. Let's get started on this pathway to homeownership. Yeah. This is our moment. We've got the resources with MarylandHomeownership.com. Homeowner on 3. 1, 2, 3. Homeowner. Yeah.
Buy a home with confidence. Get in the game with MarylandHomeownership.com, the playbook that takes you home.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
9:58 left in quarter number 3. Browns in front of the Ravens, 16-10. The Ravens take possession, 1st and 10 at their 33, moving from our right to left. The offense has just not been a unit that has been on schedule since that opening drive when they went 15 plays, but settled for a field goal. And they have not found that form since. Lamar will start the drive with a shotgun. Keep Mitchell to his right. Lamar will throw. Swing pass goes to Mitchell outside the numbers. He's to the 35, and he's forced out of bounds at the 37-yard line. He'll get about 5 on 1st down. Here's Lamar Jackson on the focus of becoming a more consistent offense.
Shoot, if anything, we need more points. Our defense is playing great. Special teams playing great. I feel like we have great moments, but just being consistent, that's what we're chasing right now.
And he summed it up because the Ravens looked so good offensively on that first drive until the last play of the drive when Myles Garrett had his first sack of the game. He has 4 so far. Lamar bunches 3 receivers to the left. Now he brings Isaiah Likely in motion to the right. To give us to Henry, right side. He's got a nice hold. And the King is out to the 45-yard line. That's good for 7 yards and a Ravens 1st down.
Does it not feel like he's so close to breaking a big one? It's like he's right there. They're grabbing his back leg as he's trying to go through. But it feels like they're wearing him down. You keep playing your Raven style, run first. Derrick Henry's going to break one of these.
Derrick Henry now 11 carries, 43 yards, 1 touchdown this afternoon. The Ravens' only touchdown this afternoon. 1st and 10 Ravens from their 45. Lamar to throw, fires near side. He's looking for D-Hop. He overthrew him at the Browns' 35-yard line. Miles Harden had exceptionally good coverage on the play.
I would really like to see the Ravens offense get into a hurry-up situation to kind of get the defense back on their heels, get them a little tired.
Freeze their personnel.
You freeze their personnel, but you also freeze sometimes the play calling from coordinators. They don't blitz as much when you do get in a 2-minute and a hurry-up.
The incompletion sets the Ravens to a 2nd and 10. Lamar in the pistol formation. Mitchell behind him. Ricard to the left of the Ravens quarterback. Zay Flowers goes in motion behind the trio. Lamar hands it off to Keaton Mitchell. Nice hole left side. He's across midfield. And he's taken down to the Browns' 49-yard line by Tyson Campbell after a gain of 6.
I do like the creativity of some of the plays that Todd Monken is calling.
On that last formation, I call it the sidecar because it looks like a motorcycle with a sidecar on it. And then they brought Zay Flowers in what they call orbit motion behind the whole group. So he's trying to play a little chess here with Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator of the Browns. Cleveland bunches 7 along the defensive front. 1 deep safety. Lamar in the shotgun, empty backfield. On 3rd down and 4, Lamar to throw. Blitz coming. His pass over the middle. Complete. Mark Andrews has it at the Cleveland 40-yard line. 1st down, Ravens.
Yeah, really good job by Mark Andrews, just putting his foot in the ground and going across the field. The defender was playing outside leverage. That was an easy throw and catch.
And that's the third catch this afternoon for Mark Andrews. It leaves him 4 catches shy of breaking Derek Mason's franchise record for the most catches in team history. The record is 471. Earlier today, on his first reception, Mark Andrews broke the Derek Mason franchise record for the most career receiving yards in franchise history. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Cleveland 40. Lamar to throw. Steps up, slings it complete. Derrick Henry has it at the 35 and stretches down to the 32-yard line for an 8-yard gain on first down.
Oh, I tell you what, if he just turns it up toward the sideline, I think he gets the first down, and then you can see some of the stiff arms that he normally would have throughout his career.
I like seeing them throw the ball to Derrick Henry because defenses aren't necessarily expecting that. It's only his 10th catch of the season. But it's one way to keep the defense off balance without changing your personnel. 2nd down and 3. Ball in the right hash mark at the Cleveland 33. Lamar in the shotgun, Henry to his left. Browns rush 5. Lamar, pocket collapsing. Flag is down. He throws complete to the 22-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins makes the catch, but let's see if the play stands. It won't.
Holding. Offense number 22. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So Derrick Henry in a pass protection role gets flagged for grabbing Miles Harden, who was coming off the edge.
Wow.
I don't know if I saw a hold there. Did you?
I mean, it seemed like because he was trying to dip his inside shoulder, and at the same time, Henry was hitting him. I just didn't see the grab from our advantage or from our view.
The penalty will back the Ravens up to the Cleveland 43. Makes it a 2nd and 13. Lamar in the shotgun. Sends Isaiah Likely in motion to the right. Lamar steps up, fires over the middle, completes Likely for a short gain to the Browns' 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 7. With 5:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Ravens trailing the Browns 16-10. Coming up on the 8th play of the drive.
Got to give Lamar some time to throw the football down on the field.
Browns with a 5-man defensive front. 2 deep safeties. Lamar in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Blitz pressure coming. Lamar fires it. Incomplete. He wanted Zay Flowers outside the numbers at the 32, but the blitz pressure was coming fast and hard. Lamar got the ball out, but it was inaccurate. And now the Ravens have a tough decision.
They're going for it.
On a windy day, this would be a 58-yard field goal, almost mission impossible. From the 38-yard line, you don't necessarily want to punt because it's likely going to be a touchback. But 4th and 8 is no easy conversion. The Ravens 6 of 14 on 4th down this year. Lamar on the gun. Rashid Ali to his left. 3 receivers bunched to the left. Tylan Wallace split to the right, just at the numbers. And a timeout taken.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Not a timeout, a penalty, and that will force the punt team on for the Ravens. They were trying to draw the Browns offside so they could make it a 4th and manageable, because 4th and 8, realistically,
that's a hard decision to make right there. That would be tough.
But now an extremely important punt for Jordan Stout. He has 5 punts this year that he has buried inside the 5-yard line. This would be the ideal spot to get number 6. George Larvin is deep. Gage Larvin is deep for the Browns. He stands at the 8-yard line. Jordan Stout, who leads NFL punters in net yardage this year. It's an end-over-end punt. Angles it to the right side. Fair catch signal made. Larvin makes the catch at the 16-yard line. Not quite as deep as you would like. But the Browns will have the ball with Shedeur Sanders at quarterback when we come back. 5:06 to play, third quarter in Cleveland. The Browns 16, Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Sports Centers all day and night on ESPN 630 are brought to you by NATCA, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. They guide you home safely. For more info, visit them at natca.org. That's natca.org.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide, because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Prescriptions, co-pays, lab tests. Even with insurance, healthcare can cost thousands every year. But not for me, because I'm enrolled in VA Healthcare. My service was then. My benefits are now. Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
5:06 left in the third quarter in Cleveland. Browns in front of the Ravens, 16-10. The offense since that first possession, a 15-play drive, has just not been able to put together long, sustained drives. So the Browns, after the punt, take possession, 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 17. Shedeur Sanders will go the rest of the way at quarterback for Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel has been ruled out with a head injury. Sanders on first down will hand it off. Judkins loses his footing and slides down with a loss of 1. He'll be tapped down by Ravens inside linebacker Teddy Buchanan. 2nd and 11 coming up, and the Browns going no huddle. Shedeur Sanders wants to throw. Quick release, fires it incomplete. Great play by Cheeto Awuzie. Well thrown ball aimed at Jerry Jeudy, but Cheeto Awuzie all over that one, Rod.
Wow, I thought Awuzie was going to get an interception. I thought he was going to really put his foot in the ground and go, but he knocked that ball down. That was a great play.
So Ravens defense with a shot at a 3 and out. 3rd down and 11 for the Browns, who have yet to convert today on 3rd down. 0 for 7. Force a punt here. You get good field position. Jerome Ford checks into the backfield. Shedeur Sanders from the shotgun. Ravens bring blitz pressure on the rookie quarterback. Hit as he throws. It's intercepted. Picked off. It's Nate Wiggins. Returns it inside the 20 and down to the Browns' 16-yard line. And just like that, fortune tilts in the Ravens' favor.
Yeah, that was, first of all, great pressure. Nate Wiggins acted like he was pressing. Then he bailed to see the whole way out. And Shedeur Sanders felt the pressure, tried to get rid of the football, thought he had an open guy or thrown out to the flat, but Nate Wiggins just saw it at the last second and came off his guy and made the play on the ball.
And Kyle Van Noy absolutely eviscerated the rookie quarterback as he threw that ball. And Shedeur Sanders way off the mark on that delivery, right into the hands of Nate Wiggins. And Nate Wiggins comes up with his 3rd interception of the season, and the Ravens have it in the Old Bay red zone. 1st and 10 at the Browns 16. Power I formation. Off the play fake, Lamar to throw. It's deflected, pops up in the air, and it's picked off. Carson Schlesinger intercepts it for Cleveland, and the Ravens with a red zone opportunity turn it over for a third time today. Unbelievable.
1 turnover to 3 turnovers is hard to win in the National Football League when you're turning the ball over in hostile environments.
Browns ball when we get back. 4:28 to play, third quarter. Cleveland 16, Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Think Verizon's best 5G network is expensive? Think again. This season, bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store for a better deal. Then use those unwanted bills to wrap up goodbye gifts to AT&T. Or cut them into snowflakes to celebrate your switch from T-Mobile. 'Tis the season to save at Verizon. Just bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metrics which were report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Requires postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days and same name as person redeeming deal. Additional terms apply.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Planning a move? Von Paris Moving and Storage will handle all the details. Whether your move is within the state of Maryland, across the country, or overseas, Von Paris can customize their services to meet your needs and budget. Their relocation experts will provide a free, no-obligation estimate and answer any questions or concerns about your upcoming household or office moving requirements. Call Von Paris Moving and Storage today at 410-888-8500 or visit VonParis.com. Von Paris, always going the extra mile since 1892. Proud to be the official mover of the Baltimore Ravens.
Third quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Safeway. Third turnover of the day for the Ravens. Takes them right out of a red zone opportunity after the Nate Wiggins interception. Lamar Jackson's pass is deflected, picked off by Carson Schlesinger, and the Browns regain possession. 1st and 10 Cleveland at the Browns 23. Shador Sanders at quarterback, joining us late. He started in the third quarter, and he'll roll out the throw here. His pass almost intercepted and hit Kyle Hamilton right in the hands.
Wow. I thought he made a play on that one. That was a great anticipation from Kyle Hamilton. Knowing the ball is going to go in the air, waiting for the underneath guy to come back out, and almost got that interception.
I mean, Shador Sanders threw it right to him. Penalty flags all over the field. Land Clark, our referee, huddling with his crew.
Delay game. Defense number 14. 5-yard penalties. It is second down.
So the penalty came because a frustrated Kyle Hamilton kicked the ball after it landed on the field, and he kicked it a good 20, 25 yards downfield. And by rule, that is a delay of game penalty. It's a ticky-tack. You can't do that. You can't lose cool. You can't lose your cool like that.
I mean, he's one of the leaders of the team. He has to know better.
So instead of a 2nd and 10, the Browns get it 2nd and 5.
Down. It is second down.
And on a day that has been filled with miscues and mistakes by the Ravens, the frustration percolating to the surface for Kyle Hamilton cost the Ravens on a delay of game penalty by the defense. You heard me correctly. Shador Sanders from under center. Handed to Judkins, running along the left hash mark has nowhere to go. The Ravens do a good job of limiting him to a yard and a half on the play. John Jenkins right there along with Mike Green. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Cleveland with 4:07 left to play in the third quarter. On a chilly evening in Cleveland where the wind has been whipping, driving that wind chill down into the upper 20s. But right now, the temperature is not the concern for the Ravens. The score is. They trail 16-10.
Yeah, see if they can get pressure again on Shador.
Dylan Gabriel out with a head injury. Shador Sanders takes the snap, rolls to the right. Nothing there. Now he'll run right up the middle, and he'll dive to the 35-yard line. That's going to be good for a Browns first down. And Shador Sanders lost his mind for a minute, started to run to the Browns logo at midfield, was going to celebrate a little bit, and luckily for himself, he gathered himself back up. Son, you just picked up a first down. You didn't win anything major in the award category.
Yeah, he got a little excited. He's a rookie.
1st and 10 Cleveland, the Browns 35. 3:05 left in the third quarter. Sanders from under center. Hands it off. And Judkins will be limited to about a gain of 2 to the 37-yard line. Roquan Smith on the stop.
That's a good read by Roquan Smith.
So we're getting our first look, along with everybody else, at Shador Sanders in a regular game activity as he has his first snaps of his NFL career here in the third quarter after Dylan Gabriel was ruled out with a head injury. Power I formation, gives to Judkins left side. Not much there. Again, the Ravens bottle him up after a gain of 2 to the 39-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Cleveland with 2:20 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, they got to watch. They're going to hurry up.
But because the Browns made substitutions, the Ravens are granted time to make their own substitutions. Kyle Van Noy and Mike Green check back in. Shador Sanders looks to the sideline, gets the call, shouts it out to his teammates. He steps back into the shotgun on 3rd down and 6. Blitz pressure coming up the middle. Sanders is able to spin out of one hit, but he won't get far. He's run right into the arms of Ravens tacklers, and he's dropped for a sack back at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's one of the things Shador Sanders used to do. He spun out all the way back. Normally, even in college, it's hard to do in the National Football League. These guys are much faster.
It was Draymond Jones who came up the middle, flushed Sanders out to the left, right into the arms of Keon Martin, who gets his first NFL sack and forces the punt team on for Cleveland. And that's another sack for Science, powered by Constellation. Corey Bojorquez. It's another high punt. LaJohntay Westerfield's at the 24, crosses the 30, and is taken down to the 31-yard line. And the Ravens will have the ball with 1:02 to play in the third quarter, trailing the Browns 16-10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Listen to ESPN 630, the sports capital, on your Amazon Alexa. Hey, Alexa, play ESPN 630 DC. We are ESPN 630 and ESPN630DC.com.
This ad furnished by Nesmond Taju LLC. Offer not valid in all states or prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards, rent is due, bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
We should do what my brother did. He went to 79cash.com and got $3,000.
With our bad credit?
79cash.com is different. They're one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope. My brother said it was fast and easy. He did it right from his phone.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan of up to $5,000 in minutes, and your cash can hit your bank account as soon as the next day. Our lenders have millions of dollars to lend regardless of your credit history.
Great news. I went to 79cash.com and we'll have our money as soon as tomorrow.
Wow, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to 79cash.com. That's 79cash.com. 79cash.com.
Times of transition, whether from a sad event or a joyful one, can leave us feeling adrift. Social connections become even more important. Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health. It can lead to high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain connections to people whose relationships bring meaning to your life. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. These can be great ways to keep up your social connections and your physical and mental well-being. Visit connecttoeffect.org to see if you're at risk of social isolation and find ways to stay connected. Presented by AARP Foundation with support from United Healthcare.
1:02 left to play in the third quarter in Cleveland, where the Browns continue to lead the Ravens 16-10. This has not been a productive day for either offense. Ravens with 192 yards, Cleveland with only 119 yards. There are two rookie quarterbacks, neither very productive, but the Browns have 4 quarterback sacks from Myles Garrett, and they have just throttled the Ravens offense at key points in this game. The Ravens' first possession stalled in the red zone, and here in the third quarter, off of a Nate Wiggins interception, they got the ball in the red zone, and they promptly turned it right back over. 3 turnovers by the Ravens. Very much the difference in this game. Lamar Jackson will start the drive. Pistol formation. Pat Ricard to his right. He gives it to Derrick Henry right up the middle. Breaks through a couple tackles. He's at the 40. Midfield and rolling. The Kings at the 40. Browns 30. Leg race 20. Henry to the 10. And he's pulled down at the 9-yard line. Derrick Henry has the Ravens right back in the red zone.
That was an outstanding run. Broke multiple tackles in the trenches to get to the right side, and just had to outrun everybody. Oh, he got to get back on the treadmill.
Derrick Henry.
Outstanding run.
A 59-yard run. And the Ravens now with a chance to finish off the drive. First and goal at the Cleveland 9. Henry stays in the backfield. King will carry right side. Pinballs his way down to the 6-yard line. Second and goal from there.
And we said we could see Derrick Henry close to breaking the long one.
This is the end of the third quarter.
And the third quarter ends with the Ravens trailing by 6, but threatening as the Ravens get their longest run since week 4 at Kansas City. Derrick Henry's 59-yard run will open the fourth quarter for the Ravens, with the Ravens back in the red zone with a shot at regaining the lead in this game. 3 quarters done. Cleveland 16, Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, or the smart and efficient Corolla, built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end December 1st. Toyota, let's go places.
When the Ravens take the field, Baltimore stands united. And just like your favorite team, APG Federal Credit Union is built on trust, teamwork, and hometown pride. Whether you're saving for season tickets or tackling your next big goal, APG Federal Credit Union has your back with great rates, local service, and a game plan for your financial future. Join the team that's proud to cheer for the Ravens and proud to serve you. APG Federal Credit Union, serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA. Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold 'em. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold 'em. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
Fourth quarter starts with the Ravens trailing the Browns 16-10, but the Ravens in the red zone. Second and goal from just a football length inside the Browns' 7-yard line. The Ravens' last points came back in the second quarter on a Derrick Henry touchdown. Since then, it's been punt, interceptions. They'll try to change that trend here. Lamar in the shotgun. Derrick Henry to his right. Gives it to Henry running along the right hash mark. Nothing there. And he'll be stopped after a gain of maybe a yard as the defensive line for the Browns put up a wall led by Shelby Harris. And now the Ravens face a third and goal.
Yeah, they're stacking the box, dared them to run the football, or to throw the football, excuse me. They're playing man-to-man on the back end. They got to win those one-on-one. Those shallow crossing routes normally can come open if he can have enough time.
Might be a place to look for Mark Andrews. Andrews to the left. One of three receivers spread out left. DeAndre Hopkins alone to the right in man coverage. Lamar in the shotgun on third and goal from the Browns 6. Takes the snap. Pocket collapsing. Lamar escaping, running to the right. Under pressure. Fires to the end zone. Almost intercepted. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. He's lucky Ronnie Hickman didn't pick it off. That would have been catastrophic if the Ravens came away with no points. As it is, they'll have to settle for a field goal try.
I tell you what, you had D-Hop by himself on the X side. Just let him run a fade. Give him a shot. I got my money on D-Hop more than I got my money on defensive backs.
Tyler Loop will come on for a 29-yard field goal try. Nick Moore will have the snap. Jordan Stout the hold. Tyler Loop from 29. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 14:06 left to play in Week 11, it's the Browns 16, the Ravens 13 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, with a smart and efficient Corolla built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end December 1st. Toyota. Let's go places.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more. Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek. Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
The Ravens have to settle for a field goal after a 59-yard run by Derrick Henry, and another drive stalls in the red zone. So the Ravens continue to trail by 3. Ravens have limited the Browns to only 119 yards. Cleveland's offense has done nothing in the second half with Shedeur Sanders at quarterback. They were not exactly explosive with Dylan Gabriel in the first half. But the Ravens have made multiple mistakes. They've turned the ball over 3 times. They've given up 4 sacks. And despite all that, they're still only a field goal away. But with 14:06 left to play, they're going to have to find some big plays to avoid a road loss. Tyler Loop, short kick. This one will be taken by Dylan Sampson. Check that. At the 25-yard line is Malachi Corley, and he'll return it to the far sideline. He'll get across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So Shedeur Sanders, so far in his NFL debut, 2 of 5 for 12 yards, 1 interception. A quarterback rating of 8.3. Not been much of a day for Lamar Jackson. 10 of 20 for 132 yards and 2 interceptions. A quarterback rating of 31.7.
They got to keep getting pressure on Shedeur Sanders and slow down that run game.
Quinshon Judkins alone in the backfield. Sanders from under center. Malachi Corley gets the handoff. He flips it to a receiver coming to the near side. As Isaiah Bond steps out of a tackle at the 30, crosses the 35, and steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line as he was able to step out of a tackle from Kyle Hamilton. And what would have been a loss of about 2 turns into a gain of 8.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Kyle keep running a couple more steps before he tried to dive at that outside leg.
Browns offensive coordinator, Tommy Reese, who took over play calling just 2 weeks ago from head coach Kevin Stefanski, breaking out some creative plays. It was the Quinshon Judkins. He's got a hole across the 40, 45. Ravens territory all the way down to the 43-yard line. And that is good for a Browns first down.
You can't bring pressure because they brought Gilman from the right side. If he comes from the right side, you have to feed the blitz. So that means every defensive lineman should be going to the left, feeding the blitz back to get where Gilman came from.
A 16-yard gain. The Ravens have to stop the Browns' running game and force Shedeur Sanders to throw the ball, because Sanders looks like any rookie quarterback would in his debut against an NFL defense. He looks confused and uncertain. But if he doesn't have to throw the ball, you make life a lot easier for him. He'll try to throw it as Teddy Buchanan was ready to wrestle him to the ground.
Yeah, keep bringing the pressure. Keep making him see the color.
That was a delayed blitz by Teddy Buchanan. And it puts the Browns into a 2nd and 10 from the Ravens' 44-yard line. 12:29 left to play in the game. Cleveland in front, 16-13. Earlier today, Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati 34-12. So the Steelers now at 6-4. The Ravens do not want to fall 2 games behind the Steelers. Inside handoff to Judkins, and he's going to be tackled from behind. Teddy Buchanan. Check that, Mike Green with the backside support, but Mike Green shaken up on the tackle and is down on the field. Now he does slowly get up to his feet and will stay in the game. But a loss of 2, it forces the Browns into a 3rd and 12. One of the biggest plays of the game yet for Mike Green.
Yeah, that was a really good tackle by Mike Green coming from the backside, running down the ball carrier, getting him in the backfield.
The Ravens need a big defensive play here on 3rd down and 12. Shedeur Sanders in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Takes the snap. Ravens rush 4. Sanders escaping the pocket, running to the left, looking for an alley. Doesn't have one. Runs along the near sideline and steps out of bounds. They're going to mark him down at the 41-yard line of the Ravens. And that's a good 6 yards shy of the first down. So Kevin Stefanski now looking at a 4th down at about 6 and will trot his punt team on. And that was big Travis Jones who flushed Shedeur Sanders out of the pocket with the pass rush pressure. And Corey Bojorquez will punt to LeJonte Wester. The wind has died down significantly here in the second half. Wester muffed a punt in the first half when the ball got caught in a swirling wind. Wester stands at the 10. Bojorquez. It's an end-over-end punt. Wester's going to let it sail over his head. It will bounce to the 5, and it's going to be down at the 1-yard line. No, this should be a touchback, though.
It's a touchback
because the player who touched it, correct, his left foot was on the goal line, and it is ruled a touchback. The Ravens got a break there because Edmonds, the special teamer for the Browns,
this field is touchback. First down.
As he was downing the ball, his left foot hit the goal line. So by rule, that is a touchback. Ravens will have the ball at the 20-yard line when we get back. 10:49 to play in the ball game. Browns 16, Ravens 13 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Why would we trade our best player?
Well, at least you got to watch him in person when he was here.
I named my only son after him.
So you'll always remember his name.
Yeah, but what do I do with this jersey?
Luckily, the company has a great return policy.
I wore it for 6 seasons.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Ravens flock. We've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
It's finally football season, Ravens fans, and that means it's fall pest season too. Do me a favor, connect with the official pest control sponsor of the Baltimore Ravens, PMSI, for all your pest control needs. PMSI's tenured technicians are trained at removing and preventing all pests, including termites, bed bugs, mice, mosquitoes, wildlife, and more. Visit mypmsi.com or call 410-496-4154 to intercept those pests. PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with the frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard heating and cooling unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard Heating and Cooling and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
10:49 left in the fourth quarter. Ravens trail by a field goal. Cleveland 16, Ravens 13. After the Browns punt and touchback, Ravens will start the drive at their 20-yard line. All right, Rod, you've spent time not only in defensive secondaries, but also in coaches' meetings and coaches' booths. Take us inside the Ravens' offensive booth right now, and Todd Monken's thinking as he tries to engineer a drive that can put the Ravens in front.
Normally you log as the game is going on what plays have been working. And I would think he's going to go to that on this drive. Some of those plays have been working. Got Keaton Mitchell in there right now. If he can get past the first line of defense, he can hit a home run. He challenged.
Kevin Stefanski is challenging the last call that the Browns player who downed the ball touched the goal line as he downed the ball.
The ruling on the previous play of touchback is being challenged by Cleveland and is under review.
So the coach's challenge brought to you by Goal Vision. And we will find out whether the Ravens will start the drive at their 20 or if they will start it at their 1-yard line. This has not been anything resembling a pretty game.
You can't see Edmonds' back leg with the view that they're showing right now. Now he is touching, I can't say if he's touching it or not. Right here's the best angle. Now you gotta see it when he first came in. That right, you can see the it looked like a little of the white grass or the painted grass that they came up a tad bit. I don't know how you overturn it.
So I want to take it back to the way the rule is written. There has to be clear evidence to overturn a call. The call on the field was touchback. So as Rod's saying, if Rod can't see it, you have to wonder if Land Clark can see it or if New York can see it, because this is a call that's going to have a huge impact potentially on the outcome of this game.
Because the two angles that we've seen, it is you cannot tell if he truly did or did not. But they called it a touchback on the field, so it would be, you need video evidence.
Christopher Edmonds, Brown's safety and special teamer, down the ball at the 1. The ruling on the field was that his foot touched the goal line as he downed the ball.
You just can't see it. From the 3 angles that they've shown, you just can't see it.
If there's anything I've learned over the last several years is don't even predict.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down and touchdown. Cleveland charged a timeout. The first of the half.
So significant on 2 fronts. One, field position for the Ravens. They're not backed up underneath their own goal, under the shadow of their own goalpost, but also in a close game, the Browns just lost a field goal, and they also lost a timeout in a game separated by a field goal. The Ravens will start the drive, 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line, moving from our left to right. Lamar Jackson steps in under center. Power I formation. Ricard in front of Mitchell. Browns showing blitz, they bring it up the middle. Lamar, play action, steps up under pressure, slings over the middle, complete. Zay Flowers has it, 35, and he's spun down there. A 15-yard gain and a first down for the Ravens to start the drive.
Good play action pass. Ran a dig route by Zay Flowers, and really good throw by Lamar Jackson, stepping back up in the pocket, getting away from the interior rush.
Pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington. ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
4th quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Toyota. Lamar on 1st and 10. At the Ravens 35, he wants to throw. Pocket collapsing, Lamar is hit, and he's sacked back at the 25-yard line. 5th sack of the day for the Cleveland Browns.
I really think you really got to get the rush slowed down by running screens right behind where they're coming in at, because they're definitely coming in after Lamar Jackson right now.
Looks like Mike Hall coming off the edge. It was Mike Hall getting his first sack of the day, 5th of the day for Cleveland. To give you a perspective, the Ravens have 13 sacks this season. The Browns have 5 sacks today. Now the Ravens face a 2nd and 19. Backed up at their 26-yard line. Lamar out of the shotgun, hands it off to Keaton Mitchell. Squirts through a hole, crosses the 30, gets out to the 35-yard line. He'll get 9 on the play and set up a 3rd down and 10.
Well, anytime you have 2nd and 3rd and long, you think of those draw plays.
Isaiah Likely and LeJonte Wester check in. Wester's seen a lot of action at receiver today. Hasn't had any balls thrown his way. But he's had a lot more snaps at wide receiver than we have seen in any game prior to today. Ball is at the 35-yard line of the Ravens. 3rd down and 10. Lamar from the shotgun. Browns will rush 4. Lamar being chased by Myles Garrett. Rolls to the right. Throws complete. Zay Flowers has it at midfield. And it'll be taken down at the Browns' 47-yard line. First down, Ravens.
Well, I tell you what, Lamar got out of the pocket. Zay Flowers, he found that little dead area in the zone that the Cleveland Browns was playing, and Lamar found him on the run.
And Lamar was well aware of Myles Garrett setting up on the right side of the Browns' defensive line that time, which is why Lamar rolled to his right, give himself a little distance because Myles Garrett was coming hard and fast. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Cleveland 47. 8 minutes even left to play. Ravens trail by 3. Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to his left. The give is to Henry running up the middle. He won't get far. He is swallowed up after a gain of 1.
Yeah, the defense is playing fast and they're playing physical.
Aiden Huntington.
Todd Monken can take advantage of that.
And how would you do that, Rod? What are you looking to do to kind of make a defense as aggressive as Cleveland is pay the price of being overly aggressive?
Most of the time, there's misdirections, and then the defensive lineman getting vertical. You can do some counters and whams against them getting up the field.
Browns with a 5-man front. They bring 5 on the pressure. Lamar throws a screen pass. Keaton Mitchell has it. He's in the Browns 40. Near side 35, and he's taken out of bounds at the Cleveland 30-yard line. That's a play you were calling for earlier, Rod, and it beats the pressure of the Browns.
Yeah, when your defensive linemen are so aggressive, you run screens right behind them and kind of slow them down a tad bit.
So the Ravens in scoring range. Under 7 minutes to play in the game. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 30-yard line. As Keaton Mitchell comes up with his second catch of the day and moves the chains. Derrick Henry checks back into the backfield. Lamar under center on 1st and 10 from the Browns 30. Lamar sends Zay Flowers in motion, hands him the ball, sweeping to the left, turns a corner of the numbers, and gets down to the Cleveland 25-yard line. A gain of 5 to start the set of downs, and the Ravens will look at a 2nd and 5 with 6:20 left in the game.
They've ran Zay Flowers on so many motions today, knowing that they're going to run one of these speed sweeps, and they did so, and that's a good 5-yard gain on 1st down.
And that's a Zay Flower player profile brought to you by Autumn Lake Healthcare. Marvel set in the shotgun on 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry to his right. Zay Flowers goes in motion. The give is to Henry, and he's drilled right at the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry had nowhere to go as Carson Schlesinger came strong from the inside linebacker position and stopped the King for a 1-yard loss. And a huge 3rd down coming up for the Ravens. 3rd down and 6 with 5.5 minutes left to play.
And you got to know that Myles Garrett is licking his chops. He's trying to get back to Lamar. Fast-flowing defense.
Garrett sets up on the right edge of the Browns' defensive front over top of Ronnie Stanley. Lamar in the shotgun on 3rd down and 6. Takes the snap. Under pressure. Steps up. Going deep. Look at end zone. Tyler Wallace can't make the catch. And no flag thrown. Mark Andrews was running about 5 yards behind Tyler Wallace, screaming for a flag. No flag on the play.
Wow,
and now Tyler Lute, the rookie kicker, comes on for the biggest moment of his career yet. He is kicking on a cold, windy night, and it will be a 44-yard try from in between the hash marks. Trailing by 3. This to tie the game. Nick Moore will have the snap. Jordan Stout the hold. Tyler Lute from 44. Kick on the way. It is long enough, and it is good! And we are tied in Cleveland with 4:59 left to play. Ravens 16, Browns 16. And for the first time this afternoon, the crowd falls quiet.
Well, I tell you what, it's been hard to score a lot of points against this Browns defense. We've given them opportunities to get points from our mishaps. But to have the game tied at this point, where you have 3 turnovers to their 1, you have to feel good about the rest of this game, saying, okay, all I need is to, let's get a 3 and out, let's get the ball back to Lamar, get him back down the field, and get some more points on the board.
Tyler Loop, who came into today 16 of 18, is a perfect 3 for 3 today. That was gigantic. These are not kicker-friendly conditions, and he put that one right in between the uprights from 44 yards to tie the game at 16. And now he will kick off. With 4:59 left to play. High end over end. It will be taken at the 1. Brought out across the 10, the 15, 20. Malachi Corley will be stopped at the 29-yard line. Penalty flags down. And those are normally on the kick return team. The typical call here is a hold, which should back the Browns up. The Cleveland Browns player is shaken up at the end of that return. Dom Jones, the injured player for Cleveland, a backup cornerback.
During the return, holding Receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down, Cleveland.
So Tyler Loop's 2 field goals, the only point so far in the second half. The Browns offense has done nothing with Shedeur Sanders at quarterback, getting his first NFL snaps, playing for the injured Dylan Gabriel.
And for the defense, Zach Orr, keep the pressure on a young quarterback. Keep putting the pressure on Shedeur Sanders, making him feel the color, making him feel that pressure. Maybe we can get another interception. Maybe you can get a pick six.
Ravens with a season-high 3 games in this game, 3 sacks in this game. They have also picked the ball off. Nate Wiggins with an interception. But offensively, the Ravens have turned the ball over 3 times, offense and special teams, and they've given up 5 sacks, 4 to Myles Garrett.
I mean, 309 yards comparable to 147 yards against the Cleveland Browns offense.
This game comes down now to 4:52 left to play. The Browns with 2 timeouts, the Ravens with 3. On the surface, you have to say advantage Ravens because the Browns have Shedeur Sanders, the Ravens have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and
but the Browns have the ball.
And this is where you need to see your playmakers make plays for your defense.
Shedeur Sanders will start the drive in the shotgun. Quinshon Judkins will get the pass on a screen. It is whistled down, incomplete. Judkins was unable to reel it in.
That's a great play by Teddy Buchanan.
Who's having a game today.
He is. I mean, sniffing that screen out and getting over there and knocking the ball away from the running back before he can gather it in.
It's been fun to watch some of the young players on the Ravens this season grow up before our eyes. Teddy Buchanan, one of them. Early in the season was splitting time with Trenton Simpson, and now he has just settled in as a starter. 2nd and 10 for Shedeur Sanders. He wants to throw out of the shotgun. Fires over the middle, incomplete. He threw a dart looking for Harold Fannin. Well covered on the play. Incomplete. Kyle Hamilton had the coverage, and the Browns facing a 3rd and 10 with 4:45 left in the game.
And I tell you what, Jones got back there and hit Shedeur Sanders while the ball was coming out. So he's done a really good job of getting pressure on the backside. Oh, got to be close. He was close to hitting the helmet of Shedeur. That could be a penalty.
Cleveland has converted only 1 of 11 chances on 3rd down. Shedeur Sanders in the shotgun on 3rd down and 10. Blitz pressure coming. Sanders backing up at the 5. Hit, throws incomplete.
Oh, that is.
And a penalty flag is down. This is likely holding on the Browns. At least it should be.
It should be also intentional grounding.
Might not be intentional grounding because Shedeur Sanders was hit as he was throwing the ball. But a second flag has been thrown right at where Shedeur Sanders threw the ball, so you might be right on this one, Rob. By rule, if you're going to throw the ball, it's got to get back to the line of scrimmage. But if you're being hit when you're throwing the ball, that rule is waived. But there appeared to be a hold against Mike Green, the Ravens defensive end.
There are 2 fouls by the offense. Holding, offense number 79. That penalty is declined. Intentional grounding, offense number 12. Lots of down at the spot of the foul. 4th down.
And now this day tilts back in favor of the Ravens because the penalty will put the ball at the 5-yard line for the Browns. Corey Bohorquez will punt from the back of the Browns end zone. And LeJonte Wester will wait near midfield.
He should put his feet at the 50-yard line because the punter can't take his normal 2.5 steps to punt the ball because he doesn't have the same room that he would normally have in the middle of the field.
The Ravens will get the ball back with 4:40 left to play. Bohorquez gets the punt off cleanly, end over end punt. Angling to the far sideline, the wind holds it up and forces it out of bounds at the 44-yard line of the Browns. So a 39-yard punt, great field position for the Ravens with 4:32 left to play. Now the Ravens on what has been a brutally difficult day, a cold, bitter, windy day. They have a chance to salvage a win out of this game.
Yeah, it has not gone the Ravens' way so far today, but when you can find a way to win, as we so like to say it in the league, when you can win ugly.
A win's a win, and the Ravens have a shot at it now. Lamar will start in the pistol formation, 5 yards deep. Derrick Henry 2 yards behind him. Browns with a 4-man front. Give us to Henry, left side, hit in the backfield and pulled down for a loss of 2 back at the 46-yard line. That time Malik Collins made the penetration on the Browns defensive front, and Derrick Henry could not get a head of steam up before he even got to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it looked like he grabbed the inside of his shoulder pad. There's not a penalty from the front side, though.
Only on the backside is it a horse collar. We approach 4 minutes even left to play. 2nd down and 12 for the Ravens. Lamar in the shotgun. Keaton Mitchell to his left. Lamar takes a snap. Quick toss. Complete. DeAndre Hopkins has it at the 34-yard line. Just shy of a first down. D-Hop with his first catch of the game, and it is a big one. 3rd down and inches. And here come the big bodies. Pat Ricard, Derrick Henry, and Charlie Kohler.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like D-Hop being out there, especially playing that X side, that side by himself. Campbell was on top of him, but D-Hop just caught it, has great big hands, and he catches the ball extremely well in traffic.
Lamar under center on 3rd and inches. Gives it to Derrick Henry. The King puts his helmet down. I don't think he got there. The Browns stop him. He did not get it. He needed 6 inches. He didn't get anything. No push from the offensive line, and now the Ravens, with 3:02 left to play, have to make a decision. It's 4th and 1 from the Cleveland 35. The decision is made. They'll go for it. If you make it here, you have complete control of this game. If you miss it here, it's advantage Cleveland. Push formation. Mark Andrews under center. Takes the snap. Wheels out. He rolls on his own. He's to the 30. Andrews to the 20. 10, 5. Touchdown, Ravens! Oh, what a creative call! And Mark Andrews goes from the push to the big man sprint, and the Ravens have the lead.
That is the best call since Todd Monken has been here. That is an awesome play call in that situation.
They cannot believe it in Cleveland.
Oh, everybody's
Mark
shocked.
Andrews under center for the push. He came rolling out of the pocket, got an unbelievable block from Pat Ricard, and he is sending them home in Cleveland as they head for the exits.
Oh, man, that is an awesome call. Great play call and great timing by Todd
Tyler
Monken.
Loop's extra point attempt is good. 2:31 left to play, and the Ravens have taken the lead 23-16 with 2:31 left to play. So the Browns have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. But they have rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders, who up to this point has not looked up to the task.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for rookies to play in the National Football League. But, man, I tell you what, that is, I have to give it to Todd Monken. That is, the creativity on that play call is outstanding. Yeah, he's excited.
Mark Andrews takes the push and turns it into a touchdown sprint. And Rod, I could not agree with you more. Todd Monken with the call of the year.
Absolutely. No, that was a good call.
And let me put everybody into a coach's shoes for a second. We're going to celebrate that call. We'll talk about it all week long. If that call doesn't work, Todd Monken is going to get crucified. I mean, that is a gutsy call.
Yes,
because if it doesn't
yes,
work,
it would.
It ain't going to be pretty. And that's the life of a coach, especially a coordinator in the NFL. He gambled and he won. And the Ravens have a 7-point lead, 23-16. Tyler Loop will kick off. And this one will go deep in the end zone for a touchback, and the Browns will have it at the 35-yard line. So now it is up to the defense to put this one away.
Yeah, got to keep putting that pressure on the young quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. Making him see color. Don't let him set his feet.
Mark Andrews came into this game needing 4 yards, receiving yards, and he got those on his first catch of the day. to pass Derek Mason as the all-time receiving yardage leader in franchise history. But it's that 35-yard run that we're going to talk about for a long, long time out of the tush-push. And now it's up to the defense. Shedeur Sanders drops to throw. Pocket collapsing. He fires over the middle. It's caught. Harold Fannin has it at the Ravens' 40-yard line as Shedeur Sanders delivers a strike. And the Browns aren't done yet with 2:17 left to play.
Awuzie has to squeeze that in. He's the outside corner. As he's going in, he has to squeeze that in. Don't look at the quarterback. Squeeze it in.
2:06 left to play. Browns at the line. Sanders will let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning. And Cleveland will stop the clock with 2 minutes left to play. Ravens in front, 23-16 in Cleveland. And it's a nail-biter like we are used to seeing when the Ravens and the Browns get together in a divisional game on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NATCA, we guide you home.
Want to take ESPN 630 wherever you go?
Today, Junior!
Download the newly designed ESPN 630 app from the App Store on your iPhone or the Google Play Store. Use your hands-free setting or Bluetooth connection in your car.
Sensational.
And listen to us no matter how close or far you are from DC. And don't miss a second of your favorite shows from anywhere in the world.
Oh, there it is.
ESPN 630, the sports capital. Now worldwide from your phone.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting. A why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
When the whole world changed, Children International developed new ways to reach children and families in poverty during these vulnerable times.
I'm learning every day.
I'm healthy and strong.
To learn more, go to children.org/help today.
Two minutes left to play in Cleveland. Ravens in front of the Browns, 23-16, but the Browns on the move. 1st and 10, Cleveland at the Ravens' 40-yard line. Browns working from our right to left. Shedeur Sanders just connecting on his biggest throw yet in his very young career. He made his NFL debut here in the second half after Dylan Gabriel was taken out of the game with a head injury. Shedeur Sanders breaks the huddle. Browns come to the line. Sanders sets in the shotgun. He has Jerome Ford with him in the backfield. Two receivers left, two to the right. Ravens rush 4. Sanders deep drop to midfield. Fires, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Jerry Jeudy at the 28-yard line. Chido Awuzie had the coverage. 2nd and 10 Browns with 1:55 left to play.
Yeah, and if the safeties and the corners can read the eyes of the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders is staring his guy down. And once he puts his foot in the ground and hinges up, that's where he's going to throw the football.
Shedeur Sanders has wanted a shot, and he's getting it now. He spreads 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ravens with a 4-man defensive front. Now they bring up 5. They bring blitz pressure. Sanders under pressure throws. Incomplete at the 35-yard line. He wanted Harold Fannin. Fannin should have made the catch. Shedeur Sanders, I'll give the kid credit. He was under tremendous duress, hung in there, threw the ball on target, but his tight end did not make the catch, and now the Browns face a 3rd and 10 with 1:51 left in the game. Cleveland has 2 timeouts. Obvious 4-down territory.
Yeah, this is a big series for this defense.
Sanders in the gun. Jerome Ford to his right. 3 receivers bunched to the left. Blitz pressure coming. Shedeur Sanders fires. He's got a man wide open. Jerry Jeudy at the 35. Breaks a couple of tackles. Sidesteps a Raven and skirts out of bounds with a first down right at the Ravens' 30-yard line. The Ravens had 3 shots at tackling Jerry Jeudy inbounds. Shy of the first down. They went 0 for 3. And Jeudy picks up the first down and stops the clock with 1:42 left in the game.
Yeah, they got to find a way to keep getting pressure on Shedeur Sanders.
Sanders again bunches 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ravens rush 4. Sanders steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He's to the 30, 25, and taken down right at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5. Clock running, 1:30 left to play. Browns have 2 timeouts. They hurry to the line. Sanders shouts out instructions. He sends his tight end and 2 receivers to the left. Sanders takes the snap. Blitz pressure coming. He spins to his left, avoids a sack, fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. Oh, he had a man open. He had Isaiah Bond open in the back of the end zone, but Shedeur Sanders had too much air under the throw. The incompletion stops the clock with 1:08.
I don't know who came from that.
Malachi Starks came on the blitz.
You can't come underneath the quarterback. You got to go to the upfield shoulder. Make the quarterback step back up where all your pressure's coming from.
It is 3rd down and 5 for the Browns. Sanders in the shotgun. Ravens with 5 across the defensive front. They'll bring blitz pressure. Sanders lobs for the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown, but broken up at the very end. It was Gage Larbadan who had it for a second. And then had the ball pulled out by Cheeto Awuzie with what was a touchdown-saving play by the Ravens cornerback. Wow, what a play by Awuzie.
Oh, I tell you what. And if he turns his head, he gets an interception. But a great play by Awuzie getting that ball out.
And it comes down to this. 4:06. Check that, 1:06 left in the 4th quarter. Play clock is at 6, and the Browns have to take a timeout.
Cleveland, the second of the half.
Because they could not afford a 5-yard delay of game penalty. It's 4th down and 6. The ball is at the just shy of the Ravens' 25-yard line. The Browns have used their second of 3 timeouts. This is the game. If Cleveland converts, they still have that 1 timeout.
Yeah, I am bringing pressure on a young quarterback and make him make a decision right now where he's going to throw the ball and if he's going to throw the ball.
And you know somewhere Deion Sanders is watching this game.
Now this is a big play.
And here is the game. 4th down and 6 for the Browns. Ball at the Ravens, just shy of the Ravens' 25. Shedeur Sanders in the shotgun. Jerome Ford to his left, and the Ravens will take a timeout.
Baltimore, the first of the half. It'll be 30 seconds.
So the Ravens timeout, Rod, is based on the personnel and the formation.
They want to see what they were in. They motioned out of their little bunch route they had, and they called timeout. Zach Orr is talking to Coach Harbaugh. I mean, I'm bringing pressure. I'm going to make a young quarterback feel the pressure, and he has to make a decision within that 1.52 seconds if he's going to throw it or take a sack or who he's going to throw the ball to.
Shedeur Sanders is 4 of 15, 47 yards, 1 interception. He has stepped into a pressure-packed situation in his NFL debut. 4th down and 6, 1:02 left to play. Browns break the huddle, come to the line. Ball just shy of the Ravens' 25. Ravens put 5 across the defensive front, 2 deep safeties. They're showing blitz off the edge. They'll rush 4. Sanders, pocket collapsing. He scrambles to the right, fires, incomplete. Roquan Smith breaks it up. No flags on the play with 57 seconds left in Cleveland. The Hayes in the barn.
Good, nice play, Zach Orr. Bringing the pressure, making him make a decision quickly. And he's a rookie quarterback. It's hard to do. It was a good throw, but it was a great play by Agent Zero.
Perfect coverage by Roquan Smith, who bats it away from the target. And on an afternoon where the Ravens made so many mistakes, 3 turnovers, gave up 5 sacks, could not get the offense in gear most of the day, Todd Monken saved the best for last with the tush-push call that Mark Andrews spun out away from the center and sprinted 35 yards with the touchdown. And then the defense puts the brakes on Shedeur Sanders, and the Ravens are going to get out of town with a win. It's not a pretty win, but it's a win that keeps them 1 game behind the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC North. Ravens will get into victory formation. The Browns can only stop the clock one more time with one more timeout, and they're showing no inclination to do that, so the Ravens will have to take 1 snap. Lamar will take 1 more knee.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's an ugly win, but it's a win, and that's what you need.
And there is the final snap of the afternoon, and Week 11 goes to the Ravens on a day where it seemed like this was going to get away from them almost all day long. Todd Monken with the call of the year, and that could very well be the call we reflect back on that kept the Ravens in the hunt, because they are still just 1 game behind the Pittsburgh Steelers as the Ravens sweep the season series from the Browns, beating Cleveland this afternoon. Our final score in Cleveland, Ravens 23, Cleveland 16 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Listen to ESPN 630, the sports capital, on your Amazon Alexa. Hey Alexa, play ESPN 630 DC. We are ESPN 630 and ESPN630DC.com.
This year, over 50,000 law enforcement officers have been assaulted while on duty. A vast number of